So yeah, Alana, you can go first if you want. Yeah, go for it. Who is it, and
Okay.
who are we killing today?
My character is Arden, and she is half Logyear, so like from like the Britishy area,
Mhm.
and half Elvish, and she's from up north in like that Lothian area
Mhm.
or Lothian area.
I can actually pull
Um,
you across to the map, so you don't have to. There you go.
yeah, so she's from like up north there. And what's a little, is it just me or is that map blurry?
It is a little bit the best I could do with this.
Looks okay to me.
Yeah, it's
No,
fine for me.
Just your eyes.
I'm gonna open it in Chrome, but for some reason the voice thingy isn't. You guys are breaking out.
All right. So, just on the flip side of that, on the right is the political map, and on the left is the normal map. So, if you want to know where places are, what they are, I'll do a brief overview. In fact, I'll probably do it now. So, Scorched Earth is basically a setting. It is essentially Earth, but if magic exists. So, magic has always existed. The gods were real. Every sort of bit of folklore that you know is probably real. And it changes depending on where you are. So if you're in Japan, you'll have lots of ancestor spirits, and the dragons there are very strange and serpentine-like and things like that. Whereas in Europe, it's more of a Western fantasy, typical Tolkien style, that sort of a thing. Yeah, this is taking place about 80 years after Arthur, so after like the golden age of Albion, basically, and we now have separate kingdoms. So it's heavily influenced by, historical things that have been going on in the world. That's number one, but mainly it's imagine The Witcher slash, I don't know. I would say Game of Thrones, but I don't really like comparing things to Game of
Is
Thrones because
anyone
it
else
sucks.
having issues with audio, or is that just me?
That's just you, I think.
I think it's the same reason your map is blurry. I think it's probably a ping issue.
Now that I've Chrome, the map's okay. Here, if you guys keep
Okay.
ones are
She's gone.
And she's gone. So yeah, in general, that's the setting. That's the setting where we are at the moment in time. And I won't go any further into it until we're doing characters. So we can just talk amongst ourselves for a minute while she sorts that out. There's all that stuff. Wow, someone has a mechanical keyboard.
No, sorry, that's me.
Oh, okay.
I shall try and type quietly.
great.
That's
I can
okay.
hear you guys.
Awesome. So, do you want to do your character now? Whilst we...
Sure.
other
So,
things?
she is half Loggear, half Elvish, from up north in like Lothian. And her name is Arden. She is an archer.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, I think mostly raised by the human father.
Mm-hmm.
Her big thing is like she can stay hidden in foliage pretty well because she grew up next to like forest. So if ever we're fighting in like trees and stuff, she's got some stealth there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, where was she born?
Oh,
Roundabout?
I thought. Well, it's kind of zoomed out, so it's hard to tell. But like
Mm-hmm.
in this area.
Right, so she was born near Lothain, basically, in that.
Yes.
In that. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's good. That's good. I like the picture portraits as well, because we got like, just John's the sage, and then you got like I am Michael, King of Men.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
That's Fafford from Fafford and the Grey Mouse.
Yes.
The graphic novels.
Yes.
Um,
Cool. John, do you want to go next? Who are you playing? Who are we killing today?
We have. Who are we killing today? Right. So we haven't quite got a name yet, but he's from the far, 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 far north.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Venma or.
What
I
about
don't know.
Loknir? Means far-seeing,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, I see. Yeah. As a name. Yeah.
If you want to
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
cool. Yeah. Loknir.
Loknir.
Yeah. On it like a bonnet. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Venmar,
Mhm.
or thereabouts. So in the cold north. Dresses as a typical barbarian. You're stereotypical. He's quite hench. Carries a dirty, great big greatsword and a hand axe.
Mhm.
And has always got a bit of a grin on his face. He, again, in typical sort of slightly cheesy barbarian style, it's big wide leather belts studded with
Mhm.
brass stuff and fur boots and things like that. No apparent armor, but there's lots of scars and weather-worn skin.
Mhm.
And people suspect quite strongly that he's somewhere down the bottom end of the Black Shield range.
Okay.
It's fairly obvious when he walks into a room.
So he's rather mercenary, basically. He's
Yeah, he doesn't have a very compassionate.
Cool.
But then
Oh,
he has
sorry.
he has moments of compassion and just like completely weird sort of.
Mhm.
He'll sort of burst into tears after killing a foe, sort of thing. But then 5 minutes later, he's fine again.
Is that his version of crying after sex? Like.
It's his kind of respect.
Oh right, okay.
It's
So no.
release of the emotions and
Right.
everything, and but then he sort of bottles it back up again. He's fine enough.
Yeah.
Nothing had happened.
So is he a godly man, or is he not a lot of the Falkir are? So is he a godly man, or is he more of a no? Okay,
Very
cool.
worldly, very
Well,
worldly.
how old is he?
He's 24.
24. And how many hit points does he have? How many vitality points does he have?
He has,
I'll come back to you, Alana, and do this in a second. Sorry.
He has 4 vitality.
4 vitality is 5, 10, 15. Okay, cool. Let me double check my own rules. I literally every single campaign I've ever done, I've done this. Let me just double check what I wrote 3 months ago. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8 vitality points. Bear in mind, a greatsword does 13 points of damage, so that should give you some semblance. Because I think John, you're reasonably tanky there with your. That's as tanky as you're going to get, essentially in the setting. If you take a big hit, it's a very good chance you're going to be splattered on the side of a mountain somewhere. So, Arden, as in Alana. So, how many vitality points do you actually have?
I have 6 vitality.
You have 6, and how old are you?
Like 20, 22.
22. Yeah, so the young crew so far. So, Michael, your first ever character.
Oh, and
It's
I'm
gonna be
more
pretty
of
cool.
a,
Wow, build it up. Why don't
Yeah. Let's get in there. How much do we have? What do we have? What's his name?
So basically, I've created a character who's from a small island in the Mediterranean
Mhm.
area. He's basically a young warrior monk who roams the land in search of the perfect fight. Given he remains alive and without any scars, it's clear he hasn't yet achieved that.
Okay.
He's arrogant and cocky.
Uh-huh.
Definitely not like me. He left behind his noble upbringing, deeming that wealth and social status were just distractions to his ambition.
Ooh, okay. Cool.
As such, he only took weaponry with him. So
Mhm.
when he left, he took a black piece of armor, like a hide cuirass,
Mhm.
a spear with lovely golden filigree, and a short sword and a shield as well.
Beautiful. Does the guy have a name? What's his name?
So, funny story, couldn't think of a name, could I? So,
Okay, that's fine.
because he is a young warrior monk
Mhm.
who's decided that status is a mere distraction,
Yeah.
he's nameless.
Nameless.
He cast off his name and adopted the moniker of the Nameless to ensure his history could never be traced.
Would I be okay to use that for later storytelling purposes? Or do you want to leave it as it is? Okay. How much vitality points did you have?
1.
So you got 1 point in vitality. Okay, it's 2.
1 point in vitality.
Hey, this is gonna hit the ground like a sack of shit.
Hell
like what? How old is he?
So let's go with 21.
21. Awesome. Lovely stuff. What are you gonna say, John?
I was just going to say, I've actually got a vitality of 5 because I hadn't added on my racial bonuses.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nice. Yeah, remember to add your racial bonuses. They are very important. Because they give you free stuff. And free stuff is all the rage in this game. So, quick talk about the rules. I understand they're very harsh. And they're very, if you get hit once, you're basically going to go down. This rule set is basically out of conversations I've had quite a lot with John over the years about how D&D's just, well, shit in terms of a rule system. So I wanted to take what was good about D&D, what I thought was good about D&D, and that's the D20. All the game of D&D is basically, here is a D20, you're going to have pluses and minuses to it, and that's it. That's it. That's nice and simple, and I basically constructed a game that's more simple around that. And this is basically what this is. So it's meant to, don't get too worried about getting damage and stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very unlikely to kill you in the first session. Let's just say that. Okay. So, but I will do if the dice gods say, this guy needs to go. I'll be like, okay, well, fair enough. But to be honest with you, combat is very, very brutal. And in this system, you will never have combat that's going longer than like 20 minutes. It's over. Real fights are over that quickly, and that's how fights go in the Scorched Earth. Because essentially, it's just Earth, but with magic and shit. So. Awesome. So you're all happy to continue to get on with it?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to change your names and if you go onto the cog on the top right, just so I like having it all. I'm just going to get a quick drink whilst you're doing that. Talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back in just a sec.
Cool.
Sweet. Oh, I meant to mention I'm like level 4 paladin / like 5 neutral. So not like I'd refuse certain jobs, mercenary jobs, if it's like, just killing civilians, that whole type of thing.
Oh, that sounds like just my bag. I mean, if they're like the general public today, anyway.
Yeah, I'm very, very clearly very mercenary and very worldly. I get on with my friends and slay my enemies. Fairly sort of binary, sort of.
Simple, like a barbarian.
Yeah, simple like a barbarian. Yeah.
You either hit it with a sword or you don't.
Pretty much.
No, I've set mine to a Black Shield 8, which means basically I'm just looking out for myself more than anyone. I don't really take on other people's crappy jobs because I have no interest in that. So, yeah.
Likewise on Black Shield 9.
Nice.
I was going to go 10.
We have a mismatch in alignments.
Just a little.
Well, she's neutral. I mean,
Yeah.
not so bad.
Go.
Part of it was I wanted to play a character that was pretty different from my last one. So like Michael, I'm pretty new to this stuff too. The last campaign was like my first like real one. And so I was trying to take it in like different direction.
Yeah, she was pretty much. If you could design a woman in a lab, that was pretty much what Andromeda was like. She was just like. So it's pretty weird, but she goes into these hovels and everyone's like, who is this goddess just walking among us, sort of thing. So it got a bit awkward after a while. Okay. So, you guys have been, for a couple of years now, you've been in the Falkir Kingdom, so I'm going to just do another map here, just so you can have a little look, because... by the way, if you've never tried Wonderdraft, if you ever want to do any maps, Wonderdraft, I cannot recommend it enough. It's really, really good. Let's just have a little look here. Scorched Earth art, and here is the map of. Probably should have uploaded this before I started, but whatever. Here now. Okay. Drag that out so it has the right. There we go. I was trying to get the contrast right, so it's not going to come up and... Ah! Okay. So, the Valkyr kingdoms are basically Scandinavia. So, in this setting, the Valkyr are... essentially Scandinavians, large, people with fair hair, rather bulky. But unlike the actual world that we live in, the Phoenicians were never a thing. The place of the Phoenicians is actually taken by the Valkyr. They're actually taken by the Scandinavians. The Scandinavians were the first to, say, discover America. They were the first to start trading colonies all the way around the Scorched Earth. And the actual trading language of the Scorched Earth is called Runic, and it's actually the language of the Falcon Kingdoms of the Valkyr. And so if I drag you over to this map here, you can see at the top here where you got places like Shardheim and Rangilde. Okay, so these are the Falcon Kingdoms up here, and you got Marienburg down here, which is where the Teutonic Order hang out and keep an eye on the reprobates up north, and all of the... If you look at Spain, you got Bloodstone, Dagerheim, and Harkenfjord. These are all Valkyr cities that have settled on Spain to trade with America and to trade all the way around the place. If you look at this place around here, the Inner Sea, obviously this is the Mediterranean. Mike, you're nameless. You'll be from over here somewhere on one of these islands, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And down south, down here, is where you'll see more Valkyr settlements. They dot all the way around the Mediterranean, going as far as Outremer, modern-day Israel. So you've been fighting... When I say fighting, you guys are pretty much... You're not heroes. You've pretty much been at the back of the lines, not through any choice of yours. You were just pretty new, and you were pretty green. You're in your early 20s. And so no king of any of assault is going to put you in the front line with all the other Carls. He's going to keep you in the back somewhere. So you've been in shield wars before, but you've mainly been shovers. You've mainly been people who are pushing the actual fighters forward, keeping them in the fight, sort of a thing. And you're not happy with that. So when your time came to renew your contract, you three, you know each other reasonably well. You've known each other for like a year now. You decided to cut your losses because Ardennes was going home. She's going back to Albion. She's going back to where she's from. Okay? So let's just go back to the Albion map. You've sailed back to Albion from the Falcon Kingdoms across the Sea of the Northmen, and you landed in Kaelby. Okay? So, going to be going on to here and just having a little look, see, on Kaelby. There we go. So, after 2 years at the back of the shield wall, fighting for shit pay in the forgotten armpits of the Valkyr Kingdoms, you've come to Albion to seek your fortune, like many others. Led here by a fellow mercenary who knows the lands, who knew the lands once, you arrive in the city of Kaelby. It's a patchwork of thatch and stone hovels, long halls and smoky streets surrounding a cold bay of ink-like water. On its streets you find Valkyr and Logir intermingling in the streets and stalls. The smell on the air is that of fish guts, watery ale and shit. It may be busy, but you'll find nothing in the city worth the time of a mercenary. The Valkyr have a tight grasp on the Fanehold and tend to solve their own problems. And so you march inland, looking for work that only a sword can solve. Past sleepy farms and willow tree forests. You spot ancient standing stones that are covered in thick woad depicting the Dragomachi. The people you pass are similarly painted or tattooed, now that you've left Valkyr lands behind finally. The Logir wear their histories on their skin, rather than letting them rot away in some tapestry like the Frankish. You come to the White Curtain Mountains. You saw higher mountains in the Falcon Kingdoms, to be sure, but none were as shrouded in mist as these peaks. On these mountains, Sigismund killed his first dragon, and as you climbed into the peaks, you see the bony outline of a great wing where the beast fell in ruin. Strangely, the air here is not as cold as you feel it should be, and before long you come to Cassandra's Pass, a gate of rock through the mountains. On the gate are twisting serpents and dragons, chasing each other in blocky patterns as you pass beneath the stony arch. On the other side, the mist burns away, in the first light of a new dawn. The valley of Lethane spreads before you, a paradise in emerald and gold. Surrounded on three sides by mountains, it is a protected place, Drizzled on by summer rains and home to the greatest cropland this side of the Frankish lands to the far south. Not claimed by any kingdom because of its natural barrier, the valley has instead been a safe haven for those wishing to start anew. Even the elven kingdom of Kael to the north has kept its distance. You were told there was work for your sword arm here by folks in your last army. However, and the answer to that pulls your gaze to the billowing smoke to the north. Absurdly faint from such a distance, it snakes into the sky like a ragged ghost. Before its source, which you cannot make out, is a village of some sort. Perhaps whoever can offer you work would frequent such a place. Alright, and so we've travelled from Kaelby, and we've gone through the mountains, and we're now around here in Lothane, and I'm going to get you a nice picture now of Lothane, the map itself, so we can actually see where we are and what the hell we're doing. So whack that on there. Okay, too large. Let's have a little look here. If we can whack it into here then. Just upload it. There you go. Should be with you in a second in Discord. So if you can see Lothane on the map, this is the Lothane Valley as we're looking at it now. So, if you can see where the Grailwood is on the right-hand side, you were in the mountains near the Grailwood, so you're just behind the Grailwood. And the smoke you could see, if you can see the Old North Road, it's just at the top of the Old North Road, or even further than that, actually. It's barely, you can barely see it. And this map actually belongs to Arden. Okay, so this is Arden's old map from when last she was home, essentially. She's not been here for quite a while. But the last time she was home.
Is the Lothane map up on anyone's screen?
It's on Discord.
You on Discord?
Oh, it's on Discord. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you changed the background and roll.
No. It was too big to fit. I don't know why, but...
Okay, there we go. Thank you. Sorry, continue.
That's okay. So, you guys are currently standing on the mountains, and this is actually where we're going to start the campaign. So you guys can do whatever you wish from here on forward. Bear in mind, you're looking for work. You have no money at the moment. You have no resources. You have what you've got on your back. You've spent the last of your money getting food for the journey to get here. You are down on your luck mercenaries. No one knows who you are. Okay. What are we doing from here? I open the floor to you.
So, my character is actually, Arden, she's from Brindle, right near the Grailwood.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a long time since she was there, so, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Background, now.
You know this country better than us, Arden.
Well, there are
lead
some
on.
towns near us. I know that there's Fletcher's Watch, and Brindle, which is near the forest. Either of those places, they have people, they might have work for us.
Good.
I'm game with either.
It depends if you're welcome in your hometown or not.
Well, since we're further north, should we pass through Fletcher's Watch? And then work down?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So, you are coming down the Kaelby Road. Alright, so there's no one here for now. All you can see is basically long, stretching countryside all the way around you. On the left-hand side, you do see a keep in the distance. That's just nestled into the foothills there. And you know that's known, as in Arden, you know that's called the Bowery. Okay, so that's because Fletcher's Watch is where a lot of archers come to get their bows, their arrows, things like that. They're all made here. Okay, so wood is taken from the local woodland and taken from, the feathers of local birds, and they're all types of archery manufacturing equipment is made here. So, as you continue down the road, night begins to draw in. Okay, as you're walking down the road. The smoke on the right-hand side towards the north, it's still just billowing into the sky, and as that goes away, you notice that there should be travellers on the road that aren't at this very moment. I'd like you all to roll a perception roll for me, our first roll of the game. So it's just a straight d20, and if you have anything in perception, then add it on, essentially.
Like, just roll d20 plus, like, for me, +4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet.
Do you have 4 in perception?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Mike, do you have 6 in perception?
No. I didn't click 6.
Oh, right.
2.
2d20. Okay, so you got 16.
Okay.
And Arden, you got 19. Okay. I was hoping Lockney didn't roll that as his first. That would have been a trip over and fall. So, okay. So I'm going to go with Nameless on this. Your Achaean senses can pick out in the darkness. On the side of the road, there is a caravan, a trading caravan, that seems to have toppled over in the earth. Seems to have just, like gone up, pitched on its side and gone over. Goods are spilling out all over the place. There's apples, oranges, all sorts of things that are just all over the floor. And they are about 150 feet in front of you.
Proceed with caution. Sword at the ready.
Yeah. So do you want to tell, because no one else knows that they've seen this, by the way. So only Nameless, only you have seen this. So it's up to you. Do you want to let them know, or do you want to bound on ahead on your own?
I feel like I should probably play this cautiously.
Okay.
So I will let the group know.
Okay, cool. So
Caution, I guess.
as Nameless turns to you and in very short tones, and he's speaking in very broken runic as well, because obviously he doesn't know it that well. He just like jabs his spear at the, it's sort of like a gruff, just yeah, exactly, yeah.
I pull one of the arrows and hold out from the quiver and hold it at the ready.
Okay, are you aiming or are you just holding it?
No, just holding it, and the bow is still like lax.
All right, cool, awesome. So the two warriors of the group, what are you guys doing?
Drawing my sword.
I've got my spear in hand, and got my other hand on my short sword hilt.
Excellent, cool. And Lockney, what are you doing?
Yeah, drawing my sword.
Okay. Do you actually have a shield, Lockney, or is it what kind of a sword do you have? That's probably what we should have gone over as well. Is what equipment do we have?
Yeah, so tends to use it one-handed. But he's a big man, but it's a big sword, so he can put a bit of extra
Oomph behind it.
But normally it's just goes in windmilling.
Yeah. Nice. And names, you obviously have a Lyrissa spear there. Yes. And the short sword. So are any of you guys going to approach the caravan? Or are you going to... I'm going to bring up the map. I've actually got a map for it. So we're here. There we go. Snazzy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So, less snazzy. I'm going to draw a nice square for the caravan. Just over here. So if you can see it on there. Draw your characters however you see fit. You are here at the moment.
There. Okay.
Draw your character. Probably with Arden behind the two warriors from what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
How on earth do I draw characters?
I'm literally just making a circle.
Yeah, if you go in draw shape, and it should give you a square and another hollow square next to it. Click what colour you want, and then click what secondary colour you want, and then just drag. That's the best way of doing it. Alana, that's probably the best way of doing it, because all that will move separately.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to just actually select it so I can change the middle.
Okay. No, literally, like, all the things you've drawn will move separately.
No, I know, I just wanted to draw one thing and delete everything else.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want me to do it?
Sure.
That sucks. So I see you really can't group. Well, that's...
There we go.
First session teething problems. It's going to happen. Oh. Okay, so...
Thanks, Matt. How do you erase?
I'll get rid of all these for you. Okay, so
Right, try that again.
don't we want to get rid of Mike's because that was actually a decent one. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get it back. Yeah, that's right one, I think. There we go. Found it. Doo-doo-doo. Ah. Bang. And now should be with you in just a sec as it uploads. The screwy thing about Roll20 is that I need to delete some things before I do others. Because you get to the...
Yay!
Yeah.
It's small.
It is small.
That's
But, it is what it is. Let me just see if I can... I've got my library. Ah, I do have my library. Okay, cool. Delete that. Use this one. Sweet.
That's even smaller.
That covers one square.
There we go. Yeah, but it's a higher... See? He knows what he's doing.
Oh.
Alright, so... Now we get the... Go. There's the caravan. Draw yourselves once more, and don't fuck it up this time.
Right.
I'm there, but I'm underneath.
Yeah, I would advise doing a full-bodied one, so you know, because there's a lot more to click on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm trying, but it's
Like, guys, this isn't rocket surgery. That's
rocket surgery.
yeah.
Rocket surgery.
Rocket surgery. Yeah.
So yeah, you click top left, and you click draw shape, the square. Click on that, and it should give you 2 squares. First one, do your primary color. Your second one, do whatever color you want, and then drag onto the... There we go. Lovely. Have 1 XP, whoever did it first. I'm going to make a note of that. Who did it first? Own up to it.
I don't know. Which
What, the
one was
circle?
first?
No, it'd be the
The
rectangle.
circle?
No, that's me.
Okay, that's cool.
Purple rectangle.
There you go. So, blue
How to get rid of the other one.
blue is Arden, I'm guessing?
No, I don't.
No, I'm green.
You're green.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna change it a little bit to teal.
Okay. And bear in mind, when you draw things, that's where I'm assuming you are. So if anything comes flying out of the darkness here, it's
Yeah,
gonna be...
so I'm trying to move my
Oh, there we go.
guy back. Come on, move back. It won't let me grab it. There we go. Okay, so I'm back there.
Alright. So who's heading over to this downed caravan? Who's heading over there?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Not near. Yep.
And I'm there as well.
Okay. So, as you get over, Nameless is going over there with this Isarissa spear. Are you doing anything with it, or are you just standing there impassively, Nameless? Are you doing anything like investigating, or are you just...
I'm generally just approaching with my spear held lowered,
Mhm.
just on the ready, just on the lookout for any signs of trouble.
Cool. Awesome. So, Lochnia, as you see the actual caravan, the goods are all over the floor. So we have grains here that are spread about all over the place. The apples look very ripe and very nice. You know, you've not eaten in a while. There are several loaves of bread. There are general goods that are going to be sold at a local town are spread all over the floor, spilling out of sacks as this caravan is tipped over onto its side. The actual beasts of burden have been butchered. Okay, their throats have been cut and they're full of arrows. And they are sprawled over the floor, and their blood is pooling into the small pond here, pooling around there, going into the water.
I'm going to turn around
Mhm.
and have a look. Approach this area cautiously, look for anybody hiding in
Okay.
that area.
Cool. So you head over there, and you have a poke around the bushes. Are you doing anything in particular, or are you just having a little look to see if there's
Just
any...
having a look. Yeah, sword at the ready.
Mhm.
Just having a poke around, making sure there's no ambush.
There's no one there, from what you can see in the bushes.
Right.
There's no one there at the moment. What's anyone else doing? What's everyone else doing?
I am going to move over here, and then because I can like hide well in foliage, I'm gonna like take up a defensive position
Mm-hmm.
over like the other two if someone were to come charging out.
That is a small tree, so yeah, I'll let you do that. Just for future reference, any of these are bushes. So if you'd have done it in a bush, I would have been like, yeah, it's like you're squatting to have a shit. That's not really going to be, you know, it's not going to cover you. Yeah, stealthy. Yeah, just your head poking out of a bush.
Whoops.
All right.
I mean, you could still kneel down.
So, bar any subterfuge, actually, Nameless, you see walking down the road nonchalantly back towards the caravan are 3 figures, okay? And they're wearing ringmail with fur, and there's another 4th one behind them. And they're just nonchalantly walking back, and they're actually tossing back coins to each other. Back and forth, and like discussing, you know, they seem very, very mirthful. They've not even seen you. These are dullards. They've not even seen you. Your predator's instinct is annoyed by the fact that they've just strolled up here without any sort of guard or anything like that, and they are armed, and they do have their swords out.
Okay. So I guess I would call out to them.
Mm-hmm.
To find out why they were here and why they don't seem to be reacting to the fact that there has been this caravan butchered.
Cool. The second you call out to them, they startle and stop and immediately freeze and look around. Because of the slight ridge in the ground here, they haven't seen your other 2 companions. They immediately see your demeanor, and they immediately charge you in the caravan there. So I'm going to ask you to roll initiative for me. So if you remember how you do that, you add your speed and your perception together, and you roll a d20, and then add that to the score.
Okay, so...
And I'm going to do it for them as well. So let me just roll d20.
Are we all rolling?
Nope, because you guys are about to hear commotion. You have heard Nameless call out. So you probably should be heading back there in a second, but not yet.
It was perception as well, was it?
Yeah. That's a tasty roll there. I'm gonna have to roll for each of them because that's gonna be really unfair if I do that. D20.
So it was speed and perception.
Speed and perception plus your roll.
Okay.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
So
I got 20.
How did you get 2 20s?
And a 19.
that's grim.
We're about to see our first death, I think.
Well, I'm 17, so...
Yeah. You were going before the guy who got 7, to be fair, so there we go. So the first 3 in the line, they have... yeah, okay, so... They're going to use 1 action of their 2 to run up here. Okay? They're going to run up here. And only one of them is going to get to attack, and it's going to be this guy because he's closest. Alright, so he's going to roll his d20. And he will add 2 to it because he's got 2 in short swords, and they're using short swords. So we've got 13 there. That's a general hit. So that's a normal, bog standard hit. So, what armor do you have on? Because this does... Let me have a little look-see. You have to bear with me. This is our first session after all. So this, the steel short sword, it will do 8 superficial damage. But you do have armor on. So what armor do you have on?
I have a hide cuirass for 4 armor, and a shield on my back for +3.
Oh, nice. You only take 1 damage. Oh, no. So this is from the front, isn't it? So you take 4 damage, unfortunately, from that. So he wails over there and tries to sweep at you with his short sword. You try and get your long spear up in time, but it's almost impossible. So he does a shallow gouge down your right arm, and you just grit your teeth, and in anger. But that's their turn is finished now. So it is now your turn.
Okay. In which case, so I will move 10 feet. how many squares is 10 feet?
We get our ruler out, and we get a ruler out, and 10 feet. So 10 feet is here.
Right. In which case, I'm going to move to there.
Nice, yeah, cool. You're going to move across. Normally, this would provoke an attack of opportunity. One thing about the Sarissa spear is it ignores attacks of opportunity because you swing your spear around and keep them at arm's length as you move away. As long as you're moving away from them, which you are. There you go.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I guess with my other two action points, I will take a swing at the nearest guy.
Nice, cool. Yep, you're well within range with your spear. Go for it.
So it's just D20.
Plus whatever you got.
Which stats am I looking at? Sorry.
You're looking at your skill in spears and adding that to your.
So I have +2 in spears, but apparently I don't think I have anything else. No, I do. Sorry, 7 in spears.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So that's going to be 18. So that is a positive hit. So what we're going to do there is your third damage, whatever your third damage is on the spear. What is it?
Actually, sorry, it's only 5 spears.
Okay, so
I've already added my bonus. That's why.
So your second one. Okay, so your spears is
5.
5. Nice. They have 3 in armor. So one's going to take 3 damage. So he's not happy. So he staggers backwards.
Okay.
He's over here now. So basically, you move to the side. He swipes at you again, and you jab your spear right into his shoulder, and he just moves backwards, holding his shoulder, rolling it, and generally yelps in pain. These guys are now pissed. They're now very, 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 very angry. So our last man will charge in over here, looking to get around you as well. He hasn't seen your companions yet. So these guys, they basically think that they've got easy prey here. Someone stumbled across the caravan. So Lochnia and Arden, now would be the time. You have heard the commotion going on over the small hillock and the road here. So what is going on? What's going on next?
Kind of go barreling in like a mofo to that guy there.
There's the nearest one? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Roll your initiative now. You only roll initiative when the enemies can see you. So basically, you pass the ridge here, they can see you, but that's basically where you are. So roll initiative for me.
1d20 plus, what was it?
Your speed and perception added up together. Okay. Not great. Alright, so yeah. They haven't rolled for this turn yet, so don't worry about it. You might go before them. Before we do anything else, Arden, do you want to do anything? Because you might need to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I see over the ridge? To
No.
Fire, like there?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately not.
So then, what I'm gonna do is move. Here, wait. Let me just see what 10 feet is. Wait, how much can you move in one turn?
You can move as much as you want. 30 feet is 3 of your actions.
You get
Oh,
3
what if I?
actions.
Yeah,
Okay,
You
so
move
what?
20
So
feet and have 1 action point left.
There's 2 actions.
Okay.
You can have 1 action point left if you go 20 feet.
okay, so if I go like 10 feet.
We always round it down. Yeah, we always round it down.
Okay, so 1 action. I'm gonna move there so that I can see
Cool.
people, and then if I want to shoot from afar, like right now, do I need to roll initiative or anything? Like if I want to hit.
You need
this
to roll
guy?
initiative now to get into the combat. Yes, you need to roll initiative to
Okay.
see where you're going to be in the combat.
20.
So is there actually a command to do the
There are macros, yes.
20 plus?
Yes, there are. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
you-
just do /roll d20 and then space and plus like 6 plus 4.
Right. Okay. Is that forward or backslash?
The one under the question
Forward.
mark.
So /. Okay.
Yep,
Yep.
forward
Cool.
slash.
Thank you.
I'm going to roll for those. Okay, so 4,
Oh, do I need
40.
to roll again as well.
When it comes to your turn, most definitely. So we are going with Arden first. So what are you going to be doing, Arden? What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to shoot that guy.
Yeah,
Maybe
good.
him.
If you just have a case in point, if you shot anyone over here, any miss
would've
would have
gone
gone into the nameless or Lochnia.
Right.
So cool. So this guy over here, nice.
So
He's not in cover, so
So is it just roll d20?
roll d20 plus whatever skill you have in longbows.
Okay, for longbow I have 3.
Cool. D20 plus 3.
Dang it.
Yeah, I can't give you a hit for that. I could, it's in the grey area, but you've just run up the hill, so I'm not going to give you a hit for that one. It's fortunately it's in the grey area, and that's where you are. So the single arrow goes thudding past into the tree and sticks there. They are now aware of where you are. Okay. So, let's go with Lochnia next. You will go next because they haven't had their next turn yet.
Right. I'm gonna twat the crap out of the one nearest one to me.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
3 plus 3 for greatsword.
Oh Jesus.
Rolling very well today.
Yeah. You are very close though, so that is going to be a hit. You're just swinging with the greatsword, so you're going to hit him. What is your lowest superficial damage on that weapon?
11.
11. Oh Jesus. Okay. Minus. That is not the guy. That is not the guy that Nameless hit. So minus 3 is 7. He is very upset. So you swing your greatsword round and you clatter him right in the chest. You cleft a great gouge there, and he goes down onto one knee and staggers backwards. And he's holding his chest. So he is on his last legs. You can pretty much tell he's pretty much out the fight at this point. He's going to be bleeding out. So we're in the next round of combat now. So now, Nameless, if you could roll your initiative, that would be great. Beat a 4 and a 14, that would be awesome if you could do those.
I think it was +6.
Also, if you guys like 3D dice, just to make it feel more like a D&D type of thing, just hit the cog and then enable 3D dice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Then you drag and drop and it rolls the dice for you. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Enable 3D dice. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So. So you actually go before them, Nameless. You're going before them.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 17. You got 23. Jesus Christ. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to give you... you rolled so much higher than them. I'm going to give you another action. So you have 4 actions.
4 actions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to charge forward
Mm-hmm.
at the guy I hit before.
I don't think that's an action. No, it's not an action. Yeah.
And I will... So because I'm dual wielding...
Yeah.
Do I use 1 action point per attack per weapon? Or is it just... sorry, two action points per attack, and it uses both weapons, or do I have to use 2 for each?
Let me read my own rules. So,
Also, wait, if we have 4 actions, does that mean that like
no, that was just for Nameless because he rolled so much higher than them.
If we have like 3 actions,
You have 3, yeah.
then like mine when I missed, does that automatically end it because I missed?
No.
Oh, so I could have fired another arrow moving forward.
Okay, well we'll come back to you after this and we'll fire you another arrow if you want.
No, I didn't know for the rules moving forward.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's all good. We will come back to you. Don't worry about it. So it says you may dual wield 2 weapons in your game. Blah blah blah. To dual wield weapons, you have to have 2 points in speed. Yes, okay. If you have 2 points and might 2, okay, fine. When in combat, dual wielding means you can elect to hit an opponent with both weapons. This means you will get to attack twice every time you make an attack. Once with your main weapon and once with your offhand weapon. So, for every miss you make, however, your opponent will gain +1 to their attack roll when they next attack you. That's to symbolise the fact that you can't block very well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, I will swing my axe at the guy there. Can I ping it? How do I ping?
You hold down.
Oh, there. So I'll swing my spear at him and my sword at him.
Nice. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the spear.
Cool.
So,
Plus whatever you've got in your skill for spears.
+5. Oh. I don't know what I got there, because apparently 3D dice don't work on this laptop.
Okay. Yeah, you can just enter it into the chat. Just.
I click and roll.
Yeah, you click and roll. You click and drag and it rolls.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
Ah, sweet. Look at that. Cool, that's a hit. Yeah, cool.
And for the sword, I will remember all my stats eventually, I promise. +1. And then...
Oh, Jesus. That's a good hit. That's a reinforced hit. Nice. So, the first one, what is your superficial damage on the sword? Sorry, on the spear? You did the spear first, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
What's the superficial damage?
So the lowest one?
Yep.
9.
9. Jesus. Okay, so he takes 5 damage. That's not the one he hit before, though. So he is trying to get around the side here, and you stab him in the side, and he yelps and steps backwards into the caravan. And he's just like holding his side, like he's just been, like, he's bleeding profusely. And the guy down here, that you've actually hit reinforced damage there, you smack your sword into the side of his helmet, and blood and brains come spraying out of the hole that you've made. And I would like you to roll a might check to rip it 3, because he is now dead, but you need to get your sword back.
Okay.
And just roll might, and just roll d20 and add whatever might you've got. Love how it says in the rules that core attributes never come into combat, and on our very first combat I've decided to put it in there.
All good. +3.
Alright, so he's falling. Okay, so the sword is ripped from your hand and it's embedded in the side of this guy's skull as he's on the floor. But he is dead. And you can see the morale of this one waver straight away. He's already running. Okay, so he's already running over here. So, Arden, what would you like to do? You've got one shot. Yeah, already measuring distance, I can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to knock out this guy so then I can get that guy after. So that would be... Oh, I meant to do +3.
Oh, Jesus. Okay,
So I got 23?
yeah. That's gonna... Yeah, that finds the eye socket in his helmet, and you're at point-blank range. It punches through the back of his head. The knock of the arrow punches through the back of his helmet, and he goes slumping down in a pile of apples over here, just bleeding out. He is now dead and Dillinger. There you go. First natural 20. That's what we like to see.
So this one's dead.
Yep, this one is dead. So this one is running away, and this one throws his weapon down on the floor. He just holds his hand up. So he's got like a shaggy blonde beard. Right, it's sort of it's got like a red texture in it. It might be blood, it might be juice, it might be anything. It's just all matted into his beard. He's got like a short war cap on, so he's got like a leather cap with like you can see there's a little bit of steel in there. He has a scruffy male hauberk on and boots. Lochnia, you're as much of a mercenary to know that if these are part of a mercenary company, these are the dregs. You know, these are the people who you used to be. But, you know, obviously, you were promoted a little bit. He's like, just, take it all, it's yours, just take it, it's alright, it's fine, just take it. Your caravan, you can have it.
I'm not this turn, mate.
Yeah, he's just holding up his hands, he's like, you know.
You hear me?
I didn't hear that time, though, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I haven't had my go yet this turn, I haven't had my attack yet this turn.
Okay, so if you want to just try and kill him, you can. He's not going to defend himself.
Actually, I'm going to run and try and barrel this guy down.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So the Falkir has held up his hand and goes, and he's like, "Oh no, it's yours. Don't worry about it. And Lochnia does not pay any attention to him and just barrels past him. Just going straight for this. Right. So roll a might check for me. Are you going to try and wrap your arms around him and rugby tackle him to the ground, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
One...
You're going at quite a thing there, so add another 2 to this whenever you roll it.
I'm still rolling really shit, but...
So 18. So yeah, you wrap. Yeah, but +2 as well. +2 is what you're overall. So you wrap your arms around his chest, but you fall, and so you wrap them around his legs, and so he goes down like he's been lassoed around the legs. And he's just like holding out his hands like, whoa, and he's just holding his hands up like he gives up. He's done. He's yeah.
I'll sit on him.
It's gonna sit on here. Okay. Are you gonna turn him over so he can't like swipe at you or anything, or are you gonna like sit on him?
Presumably, I was coming from the back, so presumably he landed face forward.
Yes, he did. So you're just gonna go and sit.
If he's like sprawled on the floor face forward.
Cool.
I'm doing the actions and you can't see me, but you know.
Yeah. So like his face is in the mud, and you're like squeezing his face into the mud and that sort of thing. This mercenary over here, he looks at you, Nameless, and he says, "You just take it, and we'll go. We'll look, you know, it's yours." And he points over towards the. He's not sure whether you're going to understand him because of who you are, so he's just like saying it really slowly. He's like, "Yours, caravan, yours, stuff, yours. It's all yours. Yes."
So I guess I would question him as to what had happened here.
He just like holds his hand up and he says, we're just here under Harold One Eye. We're not you know, we only signed up to get some easy plunder. You're beyond us. You take the caravan, and it's only apples, things. We were just hungry, you know, like we've not been fed in a couple of days. But you know, we're not Carls, we're not warriors. We're just, you know, farmhands.
So I'd like to know what valuables he's got on him and take them too.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to pat him down, basically. You do find a rather nice dagger. And this dagger, as soon as you put your hand on it, he goes, "Oh no! That's come on, that's come on."
I'm just going to tell him I'm taking it, whether he likes it or not.
Okay. He's like, as you take it, it got like a jeweled hilt in it. So even though you know you're not going to use it, it could probably fetch a good decent price, you know. Yep. And you just flick it over in your hand, and it just like disappears like somewhere. Like you just like you got your own little stash box in your thing somewhere. He's like, and you just hear him go, "My mother gave me that." As he just like looks towards, he just looks at the ground.
And I will tell him that he's lucky. That's all I'm taking.
Okay, and he just like nods and goes, yeah, all right, yeah. Can we go? Are we all right to go?
So I'll turn him around, kick him up the ass, and send him on his way.
Okay, so he's gonna like he runs, like immediately he runs. I'm gonna delete him. Like he runs,
okay.
Like he's grabbing his ass, but he runs. The other two are gargling. This guy over here is sort of like he's dead, but this one down here is gargling, and he is like leaned against the tree, and he's like breathing through his mouth. He just and he can't actually talk. Like he's got a sword inside of his head, so he's just it's not a pretty sight. Like you know, there's brain matter. There's yeah.
Okay. Well, I better retrieve that sword. So
okay.
I'll try and pull it out of his skull.
Nice. A mic check for me will be great.
Yeah. Two.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And that didn't roll.
Yeah, it did.
Roll. There we go.
Oh shit. Plus 319. Okay.
Do I just head off with it?
Yeah. So basically, you're levering out, and you put your foot on this guy's shoulder, and you're heaving, and he's still alive at this point, which is like it's pretty. And Arden, you're like peeking over, and you're like walking over here. You just like the sounds that are coming from this exchange are just horrific, you know. So you don't actually take off his head; you take off half of his head. So the blade just like scrapes through the rest of his skull, and half of his head comes off, and like and you turn around the blade and you hand go, yeah, okay, cool, and you just like sheathe it again, like you clean it and then sheathe it again, and you walk back over to the caravan like you've just gone and gotten a loaf of bread from this local store. You're just like, yeah, okay, that's fine, and you're back over here again. So he is now dead, and Arden, everyone's essentially gone. And you're seeing Lochner like slapping the back of this other Falkir's head and just laughing to himself as he's just whacking the back of him.
I'm gonna head over here and retrieve my arrows and see what this guy has on him.
Okay. He has a pouch of gold. There are. I'm going to call it gold. There are copper bits in this setting. I'm going to call it gold for ease of reference. So he has a satchel of gold. Okay. And he also has a letter there with a map, a crude map of the local area drawn on the back of it, which is very much like the map that I've shown you before, but it has a lot of runic script on it. Just saying, you know, we've heard that there are farmlands here to raid, that there are, you know, places here that we can go and get horses from, you know, generally that you can tell that a scout has come through the Lothane Valley and scraped down the names of places and where things can be found.
Do I recognize the seal of like who wrote it, or?
You don't. It is a white hand. Okay, not Saruman's.
Okay.
Copyright New Line Cinema. No, it's just a white hand with on there. That's the only mark you can get on it. And on the back of it, in runic script. So there are general instructions to go and raid the surrounding area, and they're signed off by Harold One Eye. So Harold.
And do I know who that is?
No. No, you've never heard that name before. You've been gone for a year at this point, so.
I guess I'll take the money for us to like split later, and then shout out to Nameless and Lochnear. Hey guys, checking for money. These guys are loaded, and I'll pocket some apples while over here.
Arden, that's quite a hefty sack you've got there. It's quite a. It's like you can hold it in one hand, but it's like. It's quite big.
You mean the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm just grabbing it so we can all split it after.
Cool. Awesome. So, Lochnear, are you going to pat this guy down, or are you going to ask him?
Absolutely, yeah. Pat him down and ask him who. Right. Well, yeah. Presumably, you haven't told me anything about old One Eye yet, so ask him who he works for.
He goes, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just here with Sven. Just here with, and he just points over to the tree, and he sees like Sven has half of a head now. He goes, "Oh, Sven!" And he just starts like blubbering. Is that what you do to Sven? We just yeah.
Find out who you're working for before you go picking fights.
He just nods.
Valuable. I'll pick him up and kick his ass.
Okay.
Sort of
Yeah. So he just starts staggering away, and he looks back a few times, and he's just like, yeah. He's just in shock at the sight of this man's half head, like just sitting there on the tree. So, Arden, when you look at the sack of gold, you realise there's like near 300 here. There's like at least 300.
I'm not.
So once Lochnear gets back, or like we all get back, I'm gonna start like divvying up the money so we each get 100.
Sweet. When you do that, you realise there's 355 copper bits there.
Okay, so 3. Get out the calculator. Which
I would have don't get the calculator out, because
okay.
your character does not have a calculator. So you will have to do it random on the top of your head. Just whatever you can do.
So 300 divided by 3, that's 100 each. 55 divided by 3 would be about, okay, well, 60 divided by 3 would be 20, so it'd be a bit less than 20 each. So like 315 each, and then whatever's left over. I mean 115 each. I don't see what's left over.
Okay, that's cool.
Start with 115 each, and then that would be 345. So 10 left. So then 3 more each. So that would be 118. And what, like 2 coins left over?
Yeah.
1 coin left over. If there's,
yeah, 1
coin. 10 left. 3 divided by 10. Oh, sorry,
yes.
10 divided by 3
yes.
Is,
okay, so 2 people would be getting 318, and 1 person would get 319.
Cool. Awesome. Nameless, are you happy with this, or are you a bit annoyed that someone else is getting 1 gold more? Because you did most of the work, right?
Wealth means nothing to me. I don't care. It's all good.
Okay, cool. So you just throw the sack into like Nameless, and it just hits his chest and falls on the floor. It's not whatever. It's rock hard pecs. It just slaps there and it goes onto the floor. Right.
Also, you might want to note how much gold you have, in case you can buy stuff later.
Yes, make a note.
I've already put that on my.
All together, you would have had the 355 is enough for a very decent sword. So it's not a lot of money, you know. So this is probably like pocket money for them to go and get like supplies and stuff. But obviously, they haven't spent it on better gear, considering you guys just chewed through them like they were nothing. So what would you like to do from here? You can see on the map of the Lothain Valley that you are near Fletcher's Watch, and you have Brindle down south as well, which is the main town of this area. Obviously, Lothain City itself is the main city, but within a day's march is Brindle, if you want to get there.
Is it the middle of the night?
No, it's actually coming into dawn.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just 1 second, I'll be back. Just talk amongst yourself in just a sec.
I just would say, hey, looks like we got some breakfast, and throw an apple to each of you guys.
Nice. Probably want to wash that as well. Didn't he say they were all covered in blood?
Well, good thing there's a pond right there.
Yeah, but the animals are bleeding into the pond.
Oh, can't my character eat flesh as well? Given that he's a Kian.
Oh.
Then maybe I'll just eat that half head I pulled off.
Or maybe we cook the donkeys over a fire.
Yeah, could do that. Although I'm very much liking the idea of chewing his flesh. I think I can I get skills potentially from it. So what's the harm?
Oh.
Eat some
Brains. Excellent.
Yeah. So effectively a living.
My character would definitely turn around in horror at that.
Someone's mic. So where are we going after this then?
Did you want to go to that next town of I think it's Brindle?
Because we haven't quite reached Fletcher's Watch yet, have we? We're still on
right.
the road to it. So we could either stop there or head straight to Brindle.
Well, now that we've got some money, we could go to Fletcher's Watch and see if there are any cool weapons that we want.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm back.
welcome back.
So,
So Dean's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah.
he's back, he's back.
So given that I'm a Kian,
Mhm.
I've decided that I would like to eat the half of his head that I lopped off.
Holy
To
shit.
see if I get some skills.
Holy shit, I didn't see this coming. Okay. Let me just check my notes. Cool.
The rules.
Cool. Bear in mind, right, okay. So, Nameless, I know you don't give a shit, because, like, you know, you're Nameless. But Lakia and Arden, you know a little bit about the Achaeans. They claim not to do this anymore. Like this is a big thing they claim, we don't do that anymore, we're not barbarians. And so the first Achaean you've met has been with you for a year and not done this, and now the first time he's actually been in a real combat situation is chowing down on this guy's brain. Like not even he just picks it up like a melon and just goes right? So Nameless, you actually do get a vision as you swallow and you start to ingest. And you sit down. You've got like a wineskin on you. You take a little sip of that, you know, for the hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you sit at the root of the tree, and you look over at your companions who are looking at you with their mouths open. Just what just happened?
Offer them a piece.
You just hold it out.
Yeah. And nod. It's good.
So
Arden just does kind of one of those.
as you do that, Nameless, you get a name and a woman's face come into your mind. The name is Winter, and then you see a white-haired Falkir woman with a staff and one eye. And all you're getting a sense from her is the fact that Sven, the guy that you killed, had very conflicting feelings about her. One is she terrifies him because she's really powerful, and the other one is that he really, 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 really wants to fuck her. But those are the two main feelings you're getting. You're getting the sense that Winter is, if not the leader of the mercenary band that he is a part of, she's certainly very high up, and she is Olaf, Harold One Eye's immediate superior. And you get another visage of Harold One Eye, and he is missing his other eye, okay? And he is a very tall Valkyr in heavy armor. Looks the size of an ogre. This guy's huge. And, you know, he's been sent to Albion as the vanguard of an invasion force, okay, to this part of the world. And he's around here somewhere. He's in the Grailwood somewhere. That's all the information you're gleaning from this.
Okay, so I will tell the others about the vision,
Mm-hmm.
and about this Harold One Eye, who is apparently in the area, and ask them what they would like to do with regards to that.
Cool.
Will it pay?
I was just thinking that.
We're not do-gooders here, you know. If someone wants to hire us to kill someone, great. If not, I'm not sure I want to put my life in danger just roaming around some woods at random.
Well, I'd say, given that these guys had money on them, and if they're under his employment, then surely he has more gold.
Yeah, but if he's a vanguard, right, then he's got a lot of chaps with him, I suspect. And you know, there's three of us. We're hard as nails, but we can't really take on an army, can we?
Maybe we just keep heading further inland so we can get more work before his guys come through.
Okay. Yep.
If we know that he's a vanguard and he's coming through, presumably nobody else that they're attacking knows. So maybe we ought to go and tell someone. They can at least start forming a defence. How we convince them is a different matter, because we can't really say, yeah, the Achaean guy ate his brains and got a vision. That probably wouldn't do us any favours.
I might have to stay on the outskirts.
I have a funny feeling I'm going to have to watch myself around you, Michael. I think every single dead body is going to be, more information. Yeah.
Also, now we don't have a head. Having eaten Sven's head,
Well,
you don't
we've got
have a head
half
to
of
take
his
back.
head.
And we got this guy's head.
Either really, well, I suppose if we've got half a head, somebody might recognise him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll need some sort of proof that that they were sent by Old One Eye, and that he's some sort of vanguard, and this Winter Woman
Does
is his boss.
Does the dagger that I picked up or took off of the guy before I kicked him away, does it have any kind of sort of origin mark on it that would provide evidence?
That is a good point. As you turn it over, you do see a runic symbol on there, stapled into the gold of the hilt, which means it comes from one of a blacksmith in Ransgilder. So a blacksmith, a decent one as well. You've heard of this guy, decent one, but nothing beyond that. No, it's like an heirloom, As you hold it up to the sun, you're not really that impressed. You're just like, there, fuck it, you know.
Something to sell.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, the letter, we have the letter. Doesn't that have the white hand on it?
That's very true.
Runic symbols.
Perhaps then we ought to, if you presumably you know people in Brindle, then it'd be worth telling someone there.
Yeah, I don't know
If we turn
many
up to Fletcher-
people. My father and I grew up more in the Grailwood, close to the Grailwood, but yeah, we can give it a shot.
Okay, so shall we go through Fletcher's watch then, so you can see whether they have any bows or arrows or things of that ilk to upgrade your own equipment,
Yeah.
and then move down.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Listen to this guy. It's fucking natural. Okay, and that's. Are you guys going to head down the Kilby Road then? Towards the.
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys walk down the Kilby Road, and you leave this mini site of battle behind. As you get to Fletcher's Watch, you realise there's no one here in the outskirts of the town. There's absolutely no one around. There are a few dogs that are dead in the middle of the town square, and all the horses that are in the stables, they are also dead. There are a few smoking buildings around, but generally everywhere's shut. Everywhere's shut. To the north, up the Old North Road, you can still see a massive plume of smoke on the horizon. And when you look down from Fletcher's Watch, you can see the Bowery, which is a great keep in the Iron Hills there, and you see the outskirts of Brindle down the road as well. And they have some of the largest buildings around, so they're poking over the hills that you can see if you look at the map of the Lothane Valley. Your Archaean senses are tingling. You know where, whenever you're around War Nameless, you pretty much, your nose starts twitching at this. You know.
And it's not just the idea of eating dogs and horses.
Exactly.
Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to take a back seat on this one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Could as we get closer to Fletcher's Watch, could I roll a perception check
Cool. Yeah.
to see if I notice anything?
Yeah.
Like, this is strange. This area should be full of people.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Unlucky. So, all you notice is that there should be people around the stores, and there's not. And that most of the doors, you do try one or two doors, they're all barred.
I'm gonna go see if I look at like the dogs and the horses. Are they killed in the same way?
Arrows. And slit throats.
And I'm looking at the arrows. Can I tell where they're from?
Black fletched arrows. So they are the same arrows that you got from the Falkir before on the road.
Okay. So it looks like we're definitely dealing with Falkir. Possibly part of that same Vanguard force.
Yeah, so Fletcher's Watch is the only one that seems to have been attacked, judging by the smoke. And you say there's smoke to the north?
There is a huge plume of smoke to the way down the Old North Road. From where your senses are telling you, that would be a day or two's march north. But the fact that you can see it from this far, if you look at the map of where you are, you're near where it says Lothane. That smoke will be coming from way down the Venmar River, like way down there.
Yeah, sort of. Well, I suggest that if the Barry is the big keep where there's somebody, presumably they keep a lot of soldiers, you ought to go tell someone there. I suspect they probably already know.
Are you looking at the Bowery?
The Bowery, yeah.
Okay, so Arden, you actually know about the Bowery. The Bowery is an old keep, and it actually hasn't been used in a long time. So Arden knows.
Share that information.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Say maybe we should go to Brindle and ask, go to a tavern and talk to people there about what's been going on.
There's a whole town that's just been killed and set on fire. I suggest we need to go to someone perhaps who has an army at their back rather than people in the pub. Don't know. That'd be my guess.
I don't think anyone around here has an army other than that Harold One Eye.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? What's happened there anyway? Presumably people are still alive if there's no smoke.
There's no smoke on that direction now.
So, are there any do any of our characters know whether any of these towns have at least some kind of military force?
I would say that Arden does know, but only from any information she has will be a year old by now. But Arden will know that if there's any sort of military presence in the area, it won't be in the Bowery, it'll actually be in Lothane, and that's a couple of days' march away. But every single town has around 20 to 30 guards in it that are ready to defend the town, essentially, around here.
Okay, so what about if we were to go through each town on the way to Lothane, warn them of the Vanguard, so they can at least prepare, and then go to Lothane and ask for council, I guess, and military aid.
Plan to
Yeah.
me.
And maybe they'll even reward us for going out of our way to warn them.
Potentially.
Yep.
And warning each of the towns means they could even evacuate down towards Lothane themselves, leaving the towns empty. So we'd be saving a lot of lives as well.
Awesome. So that have you guys decided on doing that? Are you guys happy with that?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Brindle, Grailcross, Calebridge, and then Lothane.
Alright.
Sounds good.
That way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like the easiest to travel road as well.
Alrighty. Okay. Cool. So, you guys don't bother anymore with Fletcher's. I'm guessing you're not bothering very much more with this with the old place.
And it looks like it's been set on fire and people are hiding, I suspect.
Yeah. That's definitely what you're getting. Yes. All right. So, you guys turn down the road. So let's go onto the map. So bring up the map if you can of Lothane Valley. So you turn down the road and you do go past the Bowery, and the Bowery it has 3 to 4 towers. Yeah, we're all concentric ring towers. It looks pretty beaten up from this stage, but what you can see is large, tall walls in the hills. This is quite a commanding place as you walk past it, and if an army ever did take it, that's probably where you would make a last stand. It's a pretty decently fortified place. As you move past it, you see the Grailwood, and Arden, as you look at the Grailwood, your mind does flash back to days with your parents, or at least your dad, when you were in the Grailwood when you were a child. Hunting there and gathering things, and you make a note to go in there at some point just to see the old hut, see how things are going. No one's lived there for a while, but you never know. Hunters may have taken over, or something might have happened. And before long, you come to Brindle. Now, Brindle as a place is Let me read you a description. So, at the spot where the Old North Road crosses where are we on here? The Venmar River, stands the small town of Brindle, once known as Dwarf Bridge. As the old name implies, long ago, the people here, the river here was spanned by a sturdy Dwayor-made bridge at this spot. But 100 years ago, the bridge was washed out in a great flood. An enterprising man by the name of Brendel hammered together a small horse-drawn ferry to maintain a river crossing here, and the town eventually grew up around the enterprise. Okay? So, as you go along the outside, you are greeted by watchtowers. Okay? So, and these watchtowers are not very... how do I put this? They're not very well manned. When I say watchtowers, they're more mounds of earth that have a desk on top of them.
The sign saying watchtower.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's a mound of earth with a desk on top of it, and a chair, and a few guards standing around. And again, Nameless, you are severely pissed off with the fact that you've gotten right up to these guys, and they still haven't seen you. And you're thinking to yourself, in 3 seconds I could be up there and I could have gutted both of these guys and then been none the wiser. I think it's eye roll central at the moment.
Okay.
We should run up there and gut them before they notice, just to teach them a lesson.
All right. So just on the off chance, I'm going to give you a little bit more before you massacre the whole town. I'm going to give you a little bit more of a description of it. So the road descends into a small town built mostly on the near side of a broad, sluggish river. 6 old stone piers jut from the water, marking the spot where a bridge once stood, but the span itself is long gone. Instead, a couple of long, thick ropes cross the river, each secured to a flat-bottomed ferryboat. Brown fields and green orchards surround the town. A group of armed townsfolk, 3 in leather, 1 in mail, stand guard, and they watch you warily. Now they have seen you, and one of them actually comes down the mound that's acting as his watchtower, And he's holding his spear. If you've ever seen the guy in Shrek who's holding his spear at Shrek, that's literally what he's doing. Like, he's just holding his spear. He's like, oh, stop. You can tell this guy's seen more than a few winters.
Hello there.
Carry on. Sorry.
Laugh at him.
Yeah. Just laugh and carry on.
So we've had Arden saying hello, and two rather large mercenaries just laughing and walking past him. And he's like, he can't go. And he runs back towards the gate. And he's like, shut the gate! Shut the gate! And the gate starts to shut, but very slowly. Like literally an army could have passed in the time that it's taking this gate to close on both sides. What are you guys going to do? Because like, it will close. Like, it is closing, so you'll have to either... Arden's behind you, so you'll have to either hold it open for her, or... What would you like to do? Or let it close?
I'm going to trot forward and put my mass behind one of the gates.
Yep.
And,
do a might roll for me.
Yeah.
Are you going to help Nameless,
Yeah,
or are you going?
I'll do the other gate.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Hold on. I've got to type in the right window. Oh, there we go. No, for some reason it...
Just messaging your mum /roll20. Yeah.
Really laggy. I literally just typed a key and nothing's happened. There we go.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
This is
Oh
already-
dear. Okay. So you guys have walked over to the gate, and you're like, yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna hold this. It's fine. It's gonna be not a problem whatsoever. Nameless, you're trying to hold the gate, and it slips and twats your foot essentially, and you go back yelping, like holding your foot, and the gate comes around and slams into Lochnear's hand as he's got the other gate open. And so he pulls away, like, oh, and like the gate's clamped shut. And the old man comes behind you, go over and goes, ha ha, see, I told you the gate to stop him. Look at that. No Falkir getting past here. And he goes over to the gate and raps it with his knuckle. Ha ha. And he's giving you both like a really smug look. Like,
I'm gonna knock his teeth out.
okay, okay, go for it. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna jump up and be like, wait.
Okay, so Arden, do a speed roll for me
Oh, okay. How much speed do I have?
to stop this from happening. Cool. And Nameless, you have a lot of rage at the moment, so why didn't you do a speed roll and add 4 to it for me? Yeah.
Give me a second.
Because you're a lot closer than what Arden is at the moment.
Just need to check what the speed is.
Mhm.
4. And what was I adding to it?
4. Oh shit.
Damn it.
So yeah, he's smiling, and Arden, before you even make a step forward, because you can see what's about to happen, Nameless like doesn't even use his spear. He just like headbutts this guy right in the forehead, and just sends him sprawling back into the mud, and he's just asleep. No more nightmares, only dreams. He is gone. He's just asleep on the floor with like a red mark on his forehead. And the Nameless just turns around and looks at Lochnear and just nods. That's...
God damn it. You realize you don't have to do that around here.
He had it coming.
Just roll my eyes.
He
Walk
did.
up to the other guys at the gate. Hi. Just looking for passage.
So
to
you
Grailwood.
can't just go around doing that to people. What's wrong with you? And he like walks over, like he looks at Arden more than Nameless. He's not even meeting Nameless's gaze. He looks at him. I didn't. We can't let you in. What are you doing?
They're not used to how things around here.
Like,
Oh.
there are dangerous people abroad. There's folk here out there. They're burning everywhere. What's wrong with you?
How many Falkir? How long has this been going on?
Says, I don't know if I should let you in. And he's like looking around at the two mercenaries who just tried to force their way in, and he just
Well-
he's reticent to say the least.
Well, we're not with those other Falkyr. In fact, we ran into a few of them on the road on the way here.
Oh.
Half a head.
Do you?
Yeah, we need to take half a head to identify Sven because he was the leader.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
So the all.
Oh god.
So
Display the grisly trophy.
so do you do it like smiling with the?
Yeah,
Okay.
just hand it.
So like.
Drop it into his hands.
So the second old man with the spear, like a rickety spear, is like, yeah, did you? And you just like smile and just like hold up the head, and
I
this.
want to drop it right in his hands.
Yeah, well, he's not holding his hands out, but like the head's jaws like flopping around and stuff, and you know, and you're doing it like, hey, look, you know, I brought you a puppy, sort of thing, like, you know, and yeah, and he's like, all right, yeah, yeah, okay, and he turns around to you, Arden, and he goes, well, I suppose I could let you in. Roll an attractiveness check, but for this, because of what's just happened, add a +6 to it, because he's clearly intimidated right now by what's going on, and he thinks you guys know a lot more than, you know.
And I've just been smiling the whole time, pretending like
Yeah, so add +6, so 13. Yeah. So he says, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll open the gate. Just please, just behave yourselves, all right? Just, you know, we don't want any trouble. We're just looking to survive here. We're not looking to do. I'll open the gate. Open the gate! And he waves, and they finally open the gate, and they let you guys into the town of Brindle. Okay, so it's an overcast day. You see people walking around doing their own thing, and a few children have gathered near the gate to sense the commotion that's going on. As soon as they see Nameless and Lockyer just striding through the gate, they fuck off. Like I mean like the second, because Nameless is still holding this head, and he's just walking down. You know, they're gone. These kids are gone, and several guards have taken up position in the center of the town, and they're all wearing, I would say, studded leather armor, so poorly maintained leather armor, but they've all got shields and they've all got swords, and they're standing there looking around at their captain, who is it's a woman, and she's standing. It's quite rare for this part of the world, and she's just looking at you guys like, this is trouble. This is definitely trouble. What would you guys like to do? Arden, you are also walking. Do you want to try and get ahead of the guys, or are you trying to just hang back and?
Oh no, I'm just with them.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go play nice here. We're not in the Falcon lands anymore.
So I guess we'll walk up to the captain, greet her, slap the half head on her desk.
Yeah.
And, let her know.
No explanation.
Exactly.
Here's a head.
Smile and say, "Here's your trouble."
Let her know what time it is. Alright, okay. So did you say here's your trouble and slap the thing down on her desk? Okay. So she's sitting there, and she's got like a quill in her hand, and she's just like turning it around, and she looks at the head, and she turns it around, and just holds it up and goes, right, Sven, yeah, and puts it down. Says, let me get this straight. A couple of our farm hands ran away to join the Falkyr. You slaughter them and bring us their heads, and now you want payment? Is that it?
Just forewarning you of what might be coming. We found a note on one of them.
Okay. One of the guards says, I don't know, Lothar. I think we should. I don't know. This is just the type of desperate people that would be thought would come in this, you know. And she just flashes him a look like, step back and let me handle it. Look. And finally he does. He steps back, but he's glaring at both Lockyer and Nameless at this point, and just like holding his tongue, but not happy. So Lockney, what were you saying there? Sorry, did you say about the letter?
Yeah, so we found a letter on one of them,
Mm-hmm.
describing who he's hired by. I mean, and you presumably know what's happened up at Fletcher's, whatever it's called.
Fletcher's Watch, yeah.
Fletcher's Watch.
Yep.
Yeah, I think these are some of the guys responsible. And this goes at least to this Harold One Eye guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not about payment, but
Well, she nods and says we'd heard that Fletcher's Watch had gone into lockdown. We didn't know what it was for. We've seen the smoke to the north. And she turned. Are you giving her the letter? Have you given it to her?
It wasn't me.
Or does Arden have it? Okay, Arden has it.
Oh yeah, I'll hand it over.
Okay, cool. So she turns the letter over and she looks at the emblem on it and just sucks in a breath and goes, "Yeah, that's Winter's work." And she turns over and is looking at the map itself. And she says, "Looks like they've had scouts here for a couple of months, marking places."
Who's Winter?
Winter was the
Oh no,
witness.
sorry, I meant like asking her.
Oh, asking her. Okay, so
'Cause,
yeah,
like, our characters don't actually know about her.
yeah. So well, you do because Nameless said
I mean,
before.
like who she is. Like,
Oh, right. So
Clarify the vision.
yeah, so Lothar says she just steeples her fingers and looks down towards the paper, and she says she's a bandit. She's been around before, once or twice. We ran her off a few years ago, and she said she would come back with more men. From what we hear, what's been going on in the north, more men may have mean substantially more men than we were thinking of when she decided to come back. If you go to the inn, our mayor there, he might be able to give you some more information. If you're willing to chase this down for us, there'll be more gold in it for you.
Well, not quite sure what a mayor's doing living in an inn, but that's fair enough. Money in it, and not too much danger. I'm happy.
She shrugs and goes, "I'm not sure about too much danger. There may be. This is a serious woman we're talking about."
Set fire to Fletcher's Watch.
Mm.
And seeing as that is a town renowned for its archers, yeah, there's probably more than just a few chaps hanging about with this Winter woman and this Howard One-Eyed chap. So yeah, we can have a poke about.
Awesome. So, what else? Would anyone else like to say anything? Because the captain is leaning back. She does have like dirty blonde hair. She does have scars. You can see on her face, even on her forehead. She looks to be in her late 30s, but she looks a lot older than that. She has a lot of wrinkles around her eyes, and a lot of wrinkles that only being weather beaten can give you. You know, so she's sitting back there, and she's looking at you. You can tell this woman's been in a shield wall before, and she's actually fought before. So instantly, Lockney, you can recognise that. The other two, not so much, but you can definitely recognise that. You've seen a lot of women like this before.
What about her lieutenant? I'll take note of his face.
The other three are not too notable. The lieutenant is, though, and he is a rather large man, around 6'1", 6'2", barrel-chested. He wears his armour like he's used to wearing it. You're thinking ex-army man.
And he was the one that was beaten back by her.
Yes.
Right, that was shot down in front of us. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Noted.
Just flash him a wink and a smile, I think.
He just gives you a scowl, and just goes, "Foreigners."
I'll ask for the letter back in case we need it in the future in like other towns. Convince people.
She says, "I think I'll hold on to it for now if it's all the same to you. When you take the job, I'll give it you back. If not, we might need this to convince other towns that trouble's coming."
Yeah. And is this Winter Woman? Is she like to be coming? I mean, Is winter coming? In
I
the north?
didn't anticipate it on. Yeah, okay. So she says, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
So is it worth going to the inn and speaking to that guy? I can't remember his name.
That's just the
Yeah,
mayor.
the mayor.
The mayor, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Presumably we'll recognise him by his big hat or whatever his name's wearing.
Yeah. Or just run in shouting, "Who's the mayor here?"
Who's in charge?
Exactly. And get some more information.
Take me to your leader, sort of a thing. Cool. So, would you guys like to go to the inn and...
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, when you go into the inn, it's quite a jovial place. Let me see if I can find. I love this. It's like, have you ever seen the episode of the It Crowd where they're doing D&D and he's just like, you know, that sounds ruddy mysterious. He's like putting things on. I love it. Yeah.
With the businessman.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. I love it. It's like I was going to ruddy mysterious. Yeah. So I'm gonna put some tavern music on. Let's see if we can get some tavern music. See if it works.
Nice.
Hey, look at that! What a guy! All right. So you guys walk into the tavern, and there you can pretty much see it's pretty sparse. You know, I think this is too cheerful. To be honest with you. Yeah, screw that. It's too cheerful. So, you guys head into the tavern. It's pretty sparse, right? There are not many very people around. You can see there's one or two elves sitting around. Obviously, they're from Kingdom of Kale to the north. There's a few of them look like they're pretty dishevelled, that they've just ran into town with all of their wares and just slammed them down somewhere. There's a few people sitting around tables. It's quite dark in here. There are one or two Falkyr sitting around. Not all Falkyr are obviously part of the invasion force, if there is indeed one coming. But there are a few sitting around, a few farmhands as well sitting around. Who walks in first? Who walks in first?
I'm not sure I should be.
I'll walk in first. Yeah, I'll
First
walk in first. I'm
All that.
relatively local.
Okay. So you're going to walk in first, Lochnia. So you're walking first. An armed Falkyr, at this point, brings a lot of stairs. So a lot of the guys are moving towards... are like putting their backs to the wall and their fronts to you, like, sort of thing. And you cast your an eye over the place. How tall would you say you are, in the grand scheme of things?
6'5", 6'6".
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, okay. So yeah, you're casting a shadow over the room, and you fold your arms just like in that picture, and as you look over everyone, you're taking everyone's worth. And you're getting a rancid stench of fear from this room at the moment.
Nothing unusual for me then.
Yeah. Order a pint. Yeah, sounds it. Who is next through the door?
I think I'll go next so as not to alarm the people too much by seeing a Falkyr and an Achaean walk in.
Yep, so you go in and offer an apologetic wave. Are you going to go to join Lochnia at the bar, or are you going to...
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you go to the bar, and you're getting a lot more of a warm reception, like people are just like nodding, okay. Yeah, calmness is reasserting itself. And as Nameless walks through the saloon doors, there are a few gasps, there are a few, and yeah, are you going to stride over to the bar, or are you going to chill out? What are you going to do?
I think I'll just walk straight into an empty corner and just glare at the crowd.
Okay, so you walk over to the nearest corner. Are you sitting down, or are you just standing up?
No, just standing and leaning against.
Just leaning against the wall. Okay, so
Arms crossed. Just let them know I'm there.
The thing is, this like 6'7" Greek god has walked in with like a very large spear that he has to carry. He can't just put this away. So he's gone and stood in the corner, put the spear against the wall, and is leaning, folding his massive arms and looking at everybody. And so all conversation in the pub has now died, and everyone is just looking at their drinks, sort of thing. And the actual man behind the bar, he's wiping down the bar, and he stopped wiping down the bar, and he throws down the cloth onto the surface of the bar, and he just starts rubbing his forehead, like, oh, dear. All right, what can I get you?
The mayor, please.
Speaking.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, you can get me a beer as well. Yeah, we were sent here with some woman called Winter and some chap called Harold One Eye.
So what was it? He said, what, you were sent by them?
We were sent to talk to you about them by what's that woman called? You know, your
Lothair.
guard. Yeah. Strange woman. Yeah, she said, come and talk to you, and you might be able to chuck some work our way.
If work means finding her or her men and getting rid of them, yes, that'll be work that I'll be willing to give you.
Okay. Would you say she was a bit of a monster?
I would say so. I would say so. But that's not, you know.
You're a monster.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
yeah.
I
I would say so. Definitely in the local area. I mean, look. This town's been through a lot. We've been through a lot in recent years. He strokes his handlebar mustache. He just like strokes it down, and he just offers his hand. He says, "I'm Hursk. Nice to meet you."
Look at his hand.
Okay, he's gonna look at it and not shake it. Okay, cool. He like withdraws it and says, listen, Falkir don't have a very good reputation around here at the moment. You're not here to just cause more trouble, are you? We have more guards, if that's the case.
No. We never cause trouble. I mean, trouble follows us, but you know.
I just looked out the window, and your associate over there put a head on my captain's table in front of children who are out there. They're playing out there. What's wrong with you?
If children haven't learned about death by now, then really you're not bringing them up.
he just gives you like a look of like crestfallen. Like just what do I? And he turns to you, Arden, and says, "Are you with them?"
Yeah, everything he says is right. We're just looking for work. I'm from around these parts, so thought we'd check it out.
You're
ran into some trouble.
You're Talon's girl, aren't you? From the woods, from the Grailwoods.
Yes, I am. Did you know my father?
I did. Well, he visited the town to buy supplies and stuff. You came with him quite a few times, if you don't remember. You did come with him. You were very young back then, though.
Yeah, I don't really remember much from then. It was a long time ago.
How did you fall in with And he looks over to like the nameless in the corner and just goes, them.
I just kind of shrug, like, stuff happens.
Right. Yeah, strange times. Well, can you vouch for them?
Yes.
Are you sure?
We'll try not to cause too much trouble.
I've got guard. He like leans down and goes, "I've got guard. This might be a good time to cut them loose." If you.
No, we're not like they're not like those other Falkir running around. And the Kayan, well, he's a Kayan, but he's fine.
Right. He looks over to you, nameless, and just like looks at you.
I'll wink at him as well.
He just like nods and looks back and says, "Look, I'm gonna level with you. I was bullshitting the Falkir here. I don't give a shit how many people have, if they kill each other. But with you, this is not going to be easy. Like, I'm not. This is why we haven't posted for mercenaries. No one's going to come and take the job. Right? She's out there in the forest somewhere. Or Harold One Eye, one of the two. They're out there in the Grailwood somewhere. That's all I know. You know? There's a place there, Grail Keep. We've not heard from it in a long time. But I think that's where they're holed up.
Well, if they're in the Grailwoods, then we have an advantage. I know that place like the back of my hand.
He just nods and goes, huh. So, how confident are you that you can pull this off?
And I kind of turn to Locknear.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just like, and just nod.
Well, and kicking about. Have any idea of numbers or where they might be? What
He says, I think there will be about 20 to 30 men with Harold in a scouting party. They've been plaguing the lands for a while now. But if you can contend with that, I'm willing to lend you 20 of our men under Lahia, if you're willing to lead them. They could go with you.
What do you know about this winter woman?
Oh, bad news. We don't. We're not so despising of magic in these parts as they are on the continent, but yeah, she wields the Falroken like nothing else. Yeah, I've heard some strange tales about her, but I'm sure none of them are true.
Jazz.
Freezing lakes that army people can march across them. Freezing people in place, freezing general ice.
She lives up to her name then. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what we get from it. I wouldn't listen to the people around here. A lot of them couldn't fill this mug, and he holds up like a ale mug with the amount of knowledge they have of magic and things like that.
Okay, chaps, shall we have a quick conflab?
Cool. So,
Talk about what it is to do.
so Nameless. A man approaches you from the other corner of the room, and he is dressed very opulently. He has a gold braided necklace on. He's wearing trader's garb, and he walks over to you. He has a big beard. He has a hat with a feather in it. And he walks over to you with his thumbs in his belt and says, are you looking for work?
Yes. I guess. What kind of work is it?
I'm running a caravan. It's back to Parisia in the just over the water there, over the seas. In Francia, would you be available? It'd be a 6-week round trip. Yes.
Unfortunately, we have other pressing matters to the north.
Oh, I don't know about that. I can pay you 4 copper bits a day.
4 copper bits is not a lot, and so I have no interest in that.
He just looks you up and down, and he just says, I'm sure I can think of other uses for an Achaean if I upped it to 15 a day, would you?
I would have to talk to the other two, Locknear and Arden, and find out whether they were interested in this. But I personally have no interest.
He says, fair enough. If you have changed your mind, I will be. My room is number 4. Upstairs, and he goes, Terence, and clicks twice, and another man comes over, a lot shorter than him, and he has a key, and it is on a satin pillow, and he holds it up.
What is he offering me here?
And he just says, if you would, if you wish to discuss this further.
I guess I grab the key and I put it in a pocket.
He just says, thank you. And he moves away. And he goes, come. And he slaps Terence in the back of the head as they move away. Confused, Arden is now walking over to the exchange as it ends.
So it looks like you made a new friend.
Yeah, maybe too friendly. So I will. I explained to Arden about the offer.
Yeah.
And ask her thoughts on whether it's something that we should be doing or looking for winter as a priority, and maybe checking on her family, bearing in mind Grailwood is where they're holed up.
Arden, that strikes you as very strange. Nameless has never really been that much of a caring sort, so for him to say that is quite a revealing, a revealing thing to say.
To which I'll just grunt and say, "Must have been the brain."
Oh no, I'm not speaking for Arden. Yeah. This is just what Arden's hearing from you. Is that it's quite quite out of character.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, appreciate that. All my people died a while ago, so don't need to worry about that.
Grunt and smile, give her a hearty slap on the back.
And I'll share with with Nameless.
Nameless obviously thinks you killed them and ate them, so it's just no.
I'll just share the information that we learned from the mayor with Nameless.
Lochner, you have 3 hearty pints of mead.
Pints?
Yeah, aye. No, aye.
It comes in.
It comes in pints. Yes, it does come in pints. Yeah.
Sounds good.
As you head on back. So discuss away. What are your plans? I'll be back in 30 seconds.
I think we should focus on winter.
I agree. And to be honest, a caravan escorting thing sounds pretty dull.
Just a bit.
So, and 6 weeks is quite a long time considering there is visible smoke from where we are.
Yeah, probably best to just stay focused on one thing at a time.
Definitely. So, what do we do? Do we spend the night here, restock on supplies, and then go to Grailwood?
Sounds good.
Does Arden have any family left there?
No, it was mainly just me and my dad, because Mom died when I was really young, and my dad died a while ago.
Okay.
So.
So I guess we make our way to Grailwood Keep. Are we taking the 20 men with us?
Yeah.
I
I think we should stay at the inn for the night, especially now that we've got money to pay for a room.
Yeah, we can sell that dagger, split the proceeds, and then buy more equipment.
Yeah.
what am I saying? Distraction as well. So we've got Harold One Eye, and we've got this winter woman, and we've got 20 or 30-ish other people. It'd be nice if we could find a way of not having to worry about the 20 or 30 other people, and try and get either Harold or Winter away from the rest of them, so we can take them on. Especially this winter woman who sounds, especially all this freezing magic and all that sort of rubbish. We don't want to go. We don't have to wade our way through 20 people and then take her on.
So how do we do that?
So
Well,
that's a very good question. That's your homework for the evening.
well, I know the woods, so I'm sure we could set up some kind of diversion so that we have those other 20 or 30 men that are with Harold and Winter. So they run to the backup men that the mayor's lending us, and then we take on Harold or Winter.
That sounds like a a reasonable plan.
Sounds good.
Just see how we can use the Bowery to our advantage as well.
Was the Bowery? It wasn't in use, was it?
No.
It's not defensible, but
Yeah.
trying to lure them there and then ambush them is going to be a bit tricky. Unless anybody can think of anything, but other than that, yeah, certainly sort of lay some sort of false trail in the woods or something along those lines, and draw the bulk of the army off, and then we attack the generals.
Okay.
Sorry about that. If it's not one thing, it's your mother. So you guys have had a little talk, and what you have done is it's now getting late in the evening, so you've been travelling all day, essentially. We're now getting towards like 5-6 p.m. So unless you want to go in the Grailwood at night, you have to wait until the morning.
We're gonna get some rooms at the inn.
Awesome. Okay, so that will cost 12 copper bits per person per night.
One night is all I need.
So, would you like to do anything in the inn? This is your time, free time now. You're in the inn. There is ale aplenty. Well, not ale aplenty, but there's ale. It's not very good, but it'll get you drunk.
Have
Yeah.
a drink, get some dinner.
Yeah. The only thing they've got is stew at the moment, and the meat that's in it, you can't really. You know, it might be dog, might be. We don't know. We don't know what's in it, but there's some meat in it.
I'm full anyway. I ate half a head.
Do you like get out the other half?
Yeah, so I'm currently thinking of going into a food coma.
Yeah. It's like, yes. Maybe there's more.
It was very rich.
Would you say you eat many enemies?
No, I just wanted to see what it was like.
Oh, so you've never done it before? Okay, cool. So, yeah, like you are getting a definite sense of, I could do that again. Like, you know, it's sort of like a drug addict's, yeah, that was really nice.
Nice.
In fact, that was really nice.
Meth head.
In fact, that was really, really nice. I would really like to do that again. So, you know, you are getting a sense of, like, that was euphoric. I really would like to do that again. That's really nice.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to just turn in for the night.
Cool.
With my food coma.
Cool.
And I will be right back as well because Matthew's going to order some food. So I'll be
Awesome.
right back.
Awesome. So, that was ironic, considering. So, Lockney and Arden, you guys are in the central room of the inn. It's a little bit more busy now. A lot of the people from the surrounding areas have come back from the fields and are now heartily drinking away. Now that Nameless is upstairs, you're blending in a lot more. So things have calmed down quite a bit, and conversation has come back to the room, and you are now able to, you know, relax a little bit and just chill out for a while. What are you guys doing? What are you guys?
Maybe try to overhear some of the conversation, see if any of it is relevant to what we'll be doing.
Somebody's played role-playing games before. Okay. Cool. And Lockney, what are you doing?
Are there any women, by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah, there are a few around. Mm-hmm.
You know the score.
Okay, so there are ladies of the night, or are you looking for ladies of the night, or are you looking for an actual woman?
Yes, an actual woman.
I'm gonna make you talk to her. Like, you're not just gonna. I'm not pulling my pants off for no one. Like, you're gonna, like there's a few around. Most of them have been working the fields. A lot of them have been working the looms, things like that. You are drawing a few glances because you're a man mountain, and a lot of these people want to be safe. So yeah, you're drawing a few admiring glances here and there.
Look at me the way my father did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, look at me. Oh, no. No. I'm actually getting evils from the better three quarters, so I shall. No, I shall bask in the glory and just sit quietly.
You're yeah, okay. Alright, cool. No one comes up to you, but you are getting the sense that there's a few there, there's a group of a gaggle of women, you're getting sense if you just pulled one out of the herd, you'd be okay. You'd be, you know.
grab a busty bench and sit upon my knee, and
Cool.
say something along the lines of, beautiful.
Cool. She says, do you Falkir have songs that you sing, things like that, like war songs? And she's like proper like going red. She's like,
oh dear. Yes, we have plenty of songs. Would you like me to sing you one?
she says, yeah. Oh, Michael, what have you walking into? Okay, go on. Yeah, go on. So, are you gonna sing her one from your repertoire?
Hold on.
Oh no, you don't have to sing one. Like it's fine.
That's right.
You can just roll attractiveness. It's fine. You don't need to do. Yeah. I draw the line before we start singing love ballads to each other. Yeah.
I'm going to cough up my guts if I try and sing anything.
Yeah.
So yes, my attractiveness isn't very good. So.
Remember when I said to do your mic check instead? Because you have rather large muscles, so you may roll mic check instead. Oh, holy shit! Yeah, you're upstairs. You're upstairs. You were upstairs like an hour ago. So yeah, that's the end of that. Arden, as you sit there and you see him like just stroking her hair back and like singing like a deep throaty song, you know that in Falkir that song's actually about fucking pigs. And clearly he's not remembered any songs, but she doesn't speak Falkir, so it doesn't really matter. So he just sweeps her up into his arms and like walks up the stairs, just singing still.
Go along to a tune.
Yeah. So and you just like shake your head and like bury your head in your glass, just like what the going on. And yeah. So that is the. Are we going to say that's the end of that? Are you going to turn in now, Arden, or you want to listen for more rumours?
Did I hear anything that sounded
right? Perception check for me. Cool. So you're hearing not very much, but the one thing you do hear is that a few of the guards do come in. And they seem to have got their backs up about the Falkir and the Nameless being here. They're like, hey, you know, I don't know, like, between us, Lahir, and those two, like, we could take him. Like, we could get in there and take him. You know, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of hiding in here. We should get up there and do a bit for a change and things like that. And you know, they mention you, like, what about her? Oh yeah, I mean, I hope she comes with us, you know, sort of thing. And then they go back and sit towards the. They haven't seen you, like you're just sitting in the corner with your drink, just like, you know, hearing the conversation. That's the most interesting thing you hear all night.
Okay. So then I'm gonna go to bed as well.
Cool. All right. So, Michael, I'm guessing you're back now from what you said before.
Yep.
Cool. So, you're first to awake in the night. It's nearly dawn. You've had a good 8 hours by this point, so you can, you know, choose to do whatever you wish to do.
So I guess I'll just grab some food while I'm waiting
Cool.
for the others to wake.
Awesome. So as you walk out of your door, and you're heading down towards the bar area, you walk past the rooms. You're in room 5. And you look at room 4, and you can hear deep snoring from within. And you know, you can either you basically you're just walking past it, but you on the outside you can see a dog on the floor, and it has this collar around its neck, and it looks like it's solid gold. It looks like the solid, you know, a really nice collar, and it's just guarding the door on the outside of the door.
I have no interest in gold anyway, so I guess I would maybe slide the key under the door. That
Cool.
I've got.
Yeah, just giving it back to him.
Yep, and then just wander down for breakfast.
Cool. So you just slide it underneath the door and carry on.
Yep.
Yeah. So you go down and there's poached eggs there. There's different things that you can dig into. Weirdly, like you're having the most amazing bacon. Right, you know you should be enjoying it. It tastes like ash. It tastes disgusting. Like
He's
you just
got the hunger.
This tastes awful. I can't. I literally cannot. You know, you can eat it, but it's just like, my God, this is foul. And the cook is like looking at you, staring daggers through you, like, and she walks over and says, "Is there a problem?"
Slam the plate onto the table and demand better food. That's our best bacon. We did it just for you because you're taking on a job on our behalf that's quite dangerous. Like, what is wrong with you people? That's disappointing then, and just push the plate away.
She says,
"Do you at least have some good drink?"
She says, I have ale.
That'll do.
So she pours you an ale, and it tastes all right. It tastes all right. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
So I'll just down that.
Yeah.
Taste.
Yeah. Cool. So, who wants to walk downstairs first? Lockney or... Well, I'll tell you who it does walk down first, the girl from the night before. And if you've ever seen John Wayne, the way he walks, this is literally her just like walking, staggering towards the door. Half of her hair is plastered upwards, near vertical. And she just like staggers through the door and then out again. And Lockney like follows her down with his thumbs in his belt. Just, you know.
2 thumbs up.
Fetch me some bacon.
And she looks at you and goes,
I wouldn't eat that.
yeah, she looks at you like, are you sure you're going to eat the bacon, or are you going to insult me some more?
I'm going to pick the bacon off his plate.
Okay. It tastes amazing. It's like breakfast of the gods. It's absolutely phenomenal. After what you're used to, soldier's tack and things, this is, yeah.
Fetch me another plate of bacon, I think, please.
She looks and nods and says, at once. And she looks at you in English and gives you a look like, yeah, see, and then walks away to go and get some more bacon. Arden, would you like to enter this scene?
Yes, I would. I'll come downstairs.
So you like hop down the stairs nimbly and it's like cross the floor.
I'll just come sit next to them, see the bacon, wave over for some myself.
Cool. The woman comes over and just like gives you some bacon. She says, "Don't mind me asking, how did a nice girl like you end up with He jerks a thumb in the direction of like Lockney, who is devouring half of a pig, and Nameless, who is like swirling around the ale in the bottom of the glass and looking at it like he's about to just declare war on it.
I just kind of shrug and take a bite of bacon.
He goes, mercenaries, hmm?
Yeah.
Okay. So she moves away and says, well, good luck out there. And gives you an extra helping of bacon and scrapes onto your plate.
Thank you. Heartily accepted.
And yeah, she moves away.
Now I want bacon.
So, what would you guys like to do? What would you guys like to do at this point?
So, we were talking basically about going into the woods, and with like the 20 odd men that can be rustled up.
Mm-hmm.
Provoking the other guys to follow us through the woods, which
Mm-hmm.
Arden knows well, to draw the bulk of their army away, and then we'll go after the generals or Winter or whoever happens to be kind of a bit more alone without 20 or 30 people around them.
Mm-hmm. So Lothar does come into the inn, and she sees where you guys are sitting, and she walks across, and with one hand on her sword, not threateningly, but just resting her hand there, and says, have you decided, or will you be helping us?
Yes.
That's the notion.
She He says, have you decided on a price? And she looks over to the mayor who just comes down the stairs and he shakes his head. Not yet. And he walks over to you guys and says, alright, what we're talking? How much?
Out of character, what would this sort of job
Okay, so considering you got 355 gold from one guy, you're thinking around 2 grand each would be a fair price. But you know, obviously you're going to want more than that. You're not going to want to. You're a mercenary at the end of the day, so you're going to want the best price. But 2 grand would be. You're getting 2 grand would be fair, but fuck fair. You know, like pay me.
Yeah. In which case, I'll say we won't do it for any less than 10,000.
But between you?
Like total, I think.
Yeah. No, not 10,000 each. Come
Oh,
on.
well, yeah. So, he looks at Thar,
Yeah.
and she blows air out, you know, with like puffed cheeks, and she says, "Yeah, well, you know, some of the quotes you've had from local mercenary companies, you'd forgive us, trust me." He says, he glares at her, like she shouldn't have said that, and he says, "I can offer you 8."
9, then it divides evenly. We can do the maths.
He says, "I don't know what that is, but all right." He like spits in his hand and holds it out to you.
No, I'm not going to shake his.
You left him hanging again. Like, this is savage. Like, what's going on? Like, see, he's like, and he turns to you, Arden, and does it to you.
Yeah, I'm not shaking the spit-covered hand.
He turns around to the nameless, and he just holds. He goes, "Please, come on. It's not sacred unless."
I just chuckle and grunt no.
Okay. So he says, "Fine, 9,000. But I want either Olaf's head or Winter's head here. Right? But this needs to stop. This needs to stop. If we don't get rid of them, trade will die. Like, it needs to go. We can't get to Lothain right now."
I'll kind of, remembering what happened yesterday, I'll look over to Nameless and go, "Don't worry, we'll make sure that one of their heads is intact."
I can't promise.
So he just nods.
Some Kappa beans and a nice Chianti as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tastes better than the bacon.
Yeah.
Good.
Just
So-
wait, sorry to interrupt. Quick question, Dean. Restroom, but what is how much more do you think that, or how much longer do you think this will go on? Just so I can let my mom know. She was just asking.
I don't know.
All good?
I was gonna go. I was gonna go on until you guys needed to go. Basically, I've not got anything to do. So.
Sweet, awesome. She was just asking about ETA for dinner. I might grab a snack at some point.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
for-
I would
or-
probably say I'm not gonna go further than like 10 or half 10, something like that. So it's not gonna be much longer.
Sweet. This is awesome. I'm just gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Cool. So yeah. So he basically just like nods and just says, "All right, 9,000." He says he just pats himself down and goes, "I'll have to go get some money together." And he leaves, and Lahir says, "All right, we got 20 men. How do you want to do this?"
Right. Very good question. We'll wait for Arden to come back, just because she knows the woods. So-
I would say even in character, she's gone for a piss. Like, yeah, she's just like run away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the broad plan is, and we'll hammer out the details on the way,
Mhm.
is to go to the Grailwood. First of all, we've got to find their camp. Do we have any notion of where the camp might be? The Grailwood's a big place.
It was Grailwood Keep, wasn't it?
Grailwood Keep was where, yes, they said where it was. Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay. Where is Grailwood Keep in relation to the rest of the Grailwood? In relation to
You
us?
do not know.
Okay. I'll ask him. Where's Grailwood Keep in relation to where we are?
So are you asking Lahir?
Or
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So she says, I know roughly where it is, but looking at the actual forest, it's huge. I can lead men through the forest on a scouting run, but anything that we do, it's going to be very touch and go. We'll have to be approaching the keep from two sides at least.
Well, what we want you to do is draw out their army.
Mm-hmm.
Force.
Okay.
And lead them on a merry chase. Have a fight if you have to. Just provoke them, wind them up, whatever it is to get them out of the keep. And we'll move in and do the rest.
And what happens to us?
Defending your lands. It's up to you how you defend them. Whether you head to the Bowery and defend there, if you can draw them off that far, or head back to Brindle and shoot them with arrows, or stand in the woods and shoot them. It's entirely up to you, really.
she just like looks to her nearest man and is like, and obviously the lieutenant from the day before strolls in and says, "There's more smoke from up the road. It's not good. We need to move." And she says,
"Looks like he has a pair of balls."
She
leading a bit of a force.
He just looks at you and goes and says, "Sure."
Excellent, good man.
Well, and he looks at Lahir and goes, "What did I just do?" like he's not quite sure what he's just agreed to.
Fella, yeah, we're in charge now. Right, what we need you to do is to take these 20 fine men and strong, make a feint on the Grailwood keep, try to draw out the army there, and lead them on a merry chase. You don't even have to attack them. You know the woods better than they do, I'm sure.
He says, "We do. Is this all right with you, Lahir?" And she just like nods and she just nods. He's like, "Right, right, okay, all right, okay."
You can stay in Brindle and organise a militia in case it all goes pear-shaped. You can stay here and make sure that if any of the bad guys come this way, you can shoot them before they get anywhere. I'm trying to put better than dodgy old men on your mounds, and you might stand a chance.
He nods and says, "All right, we'll make our way. Give us till about an hour before sundown." From what you know, that's about a reasonable time to get there, get surrounded the keep.
Yep. Sounds good. Although, of course, we don't really want to be fighting at night unless you know your way through the woods well enough at night that you can. That actually might work quite well.
Well, I'm hoping we'll cause a commotion and then they'll come racing out and we can lead them, as you say, on a merry chase. Hoping we'll be all right. And he looks over to Lahir and she just like shrugs, and she says, "I'll be with you."
I thought you were going to be here defending Brindle, because otherwise, if you go as well, there's nobody defending this place apart from the old fella who we punched on our way in.
She just like sighs and says, "You're right. I just don't like seeing them march off without me."
No, I know, but somebody's got to stay and defend the place.
She nods. All right.
Cool.
She gives this man. She goes, "All right, Will," and she she takes off her bow and gives it to him. He goes, "That's yours. Just give it back to me when you get back." And he gives her like a pointed look, and he says, I will. Don't worry." And he heads out. He nods at you guys, and heads out.
Does he seem reasonably competent, or have I just fucked this up?
He,
Massacre 20.
yeah, he seems like a simple man, but dependable. Jesus Christ, babe, get that looked at.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. Die quietly.
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, thanks for no, well, kind of, but I'm good.
Okay. That's why we have mic off buttons. This is how, in case anyone's.
Where?
I've got a mic off button. You okay?
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. So,
Good.
what are you guys gonna do from here?
So you said that reasonable amount of time for us to travel
Mhm.
to get the place we need to get. So we don't really have time to mess around, do we?
You have to, not really to mess around, but you can have the morning to just chill out and do things before you head out.
Oh, okay.
You do have somebody there, Arden, who knows the forest. She knows it reasonably well.
Okay. In which case, I will prepare for what's to come by using the whetstone on my weaponry.
Nice. Someone's remembered the rules. Okay. How long do you want to spend polishing your sword?
How long do we have before I have
I'd say around an hour.
an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll just do it for the full hour.
Cool. So, cool. Awesome. So, you add any benefits that would give you onto your sword? You can do that for me.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to do anything for this hour, or are you guys ready to head out?
I'm good and ready. I'm gonna eat a good full breakfast and
Mhm.
take my repose.
Cool.
Yeah, same. Just gonna chill. Maybe ask Nameless if I could borrow the whetstone for a few minutes on my sword.
A few minutes, I guess.
He begrudgingly just tosses it to you, and you snatch it out the air.
Just to get ready.
Awesome. So, you guys head out, and you head into the Grailwood. So, bring up the map of the area for me, the Lethane Valley. So, as you can see, as you head into the Grailwood, your hut would actually be nearby. Arda, it would actually be nearby. Arden, sorry. So you can actually go to it if you want to, or you can just go straight to the keep. It's up to you. Either way, you will have time to go to you will get.
Is there like any real tactical advantage to using it or no?
What, to go into your hut?
Yeah.
No, it's purely sentimental, but you know.
No.
No, well, this is what I'm saying. You will get to the keep around 4 hours ahead of time. So that may be more time to plan, but also maybe more time for you to be seen as well. It'll be a fool. It'll be a fool who didn't have guards around the keep going into the forest.
I would say we just stick with the original plan. I don't have any sentimentality for that place.
Okay. So you go straight for the keep. Awesome. So you're walking through the actual Grailwood, and you find the keep at around midday. So sun's high in the sky. How close are you willing to get to the actual keep? The actual Grail keep itself is a ruined, squat keep. It's not very big at all. It's a single-story motte and bailey that is in the middle of the forest, essentially. Not very Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, go continue.
No, I was pretty much done. I was just go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I have like my cloak and my just from being loggear. I have with that +3 to hiding in foliage, and then with guile an extra +1. So I could try to get a little close and see, and then report back.
Sure, you can try and do that.
The others are okay with that.
Sounds good to me.
All right, I'm going to move you guys across to the actual map of the keep. You shouldn't be able to see anything just yet. So, so the keep is squatting on a small lake, more of a pond, really, but it does seem very, very, very deep. And from what you can see, I want you to draw yourself, if you can, for me, around here. Would be great.
Where?
What you can see on the map.
Okay, there's not a lot.
So is Arden doing this on her own to get
Yes,
the
yes,
information? Yeah.
yes.
Okay, sorry.
Try and fill it out if you can.
Yeah.
Ignore that rectangle.
Like do a full shape. So
No,
you
I
can...
will. I have to do it after. Sorry. Oh, come on, just highlight it. Oh my god.
Do it again. There we go. So, here's what you can see. The two guys are behind you. They're in the bushes. They've not actually seen anything yet. So you can see the walls of the keep just here. All the way down here. Obviously you can see the pond over here. And you can see through this wall. Broken down. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can see up to now.
And are there like trees all around the edge of this?
No. There are bushes and shrubbery. But these are tall bushes and tall shrubbery around here. So you're not actually, they can't actually see you from where you are right now.
Okay.
It's a single story Mott and Bailey, so they're not going to be able to go on higher ground and see you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just kind of scout around, see what I can see.
Okay, let me know where you're going. Let me know where you're going. I'll let you know what you can see.
I guess I'll start over here, like where the wall is broken down.
Okay. So you can see, all the way into here. Now this looks like a room, obviously, where people sleep. Most of these are ruined beds, but they do have like padded down mattresses on there. Whoever sleeps in here is probably the lowest of the low. They're exposed to the elements, so you're thinking guards on duty maybe. You know, when they're off shift. But there's no one in here right now.
Okay, so I'll come back for here.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm still hidden, or is this a window?
Oh, wait. Go back to where you were. No, as in... Okay, that's a window you can see through. Are you going to the other window as well?
Yes, going to that window.
There's a window as well.
And is that a window?
That is a doorway and it's shut.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I would try to come over here by the pond.
Mm-hmm.
See if there's anything in there that I can see.
That is solid wall.
Okay. There's nothing over... Oh.
No. What you can see out of the... you can see over the pond itself. And over the other side, you see an elk who's just like grazing, and he looks up at you and like wickers and runs away, like back into the foliage.
Okay, so I will head back to the others
Mm-hmm.
and tell them what I've seen, which was basically nothing.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I roll a perception check to see if like I can sense people nearby or anything? Or, like, tell how many people are nearby?
You don't have spidey senses, but you...
I mean, like looking in perception, can I like tell if like based on...
You can certainly look in there and see if there's anyone in there. But you would have to roll against your sneaking to do so.
I don't... Wait. What?
Because there might be somebody in there who might see you at the window.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, no, I'm just gonna head back then.
Okay, cool. So you tell Lochnear and Nameless what you've seen, or lack thereof.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how that changes.
Exactly the same information you had like 30
Well,
seconds ago.
I
I
guess
guess it'd be
we've-
easy to break down the door.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought. At least
the
now we know,
barracks.
I guess, where there is an entrance which we can get into the inner courtyard area. Assuming there is an inner courtyard area. Then maybe the front door.
Arden, you're standing there and you hear from the bushes to your left, like from like over here.
Okay. Is
And
that a signal that one of the
that-
guys uses?
That is Will, and he's there in the bushes, squatting in the bushes, like he just like waves at you, and he swizzles around his finger and says the number 4, and then 5, and points to the keep. So obviously he's seen something that you haven't seen yet.
Okay, so does that mean that there are 45 men all around in the keep?
It might do. You don't know.
I'll share that information.
I love
with
the fact that
others.
you turn around and you like your mouthing like, I can't fucking hear you. What the fuck?
It's a crap signal if we don't know what it means.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he thinks you're the expert, so he's like, yeah, there's 4 Alpha Squadron 4, you know.
Okay, so I
So-
will share that information with the others.
So effectively, we know nothing about the keep, and we have a random number assigned, which we don't know what it means.
Can I sneak over to him?
Sure. Roll a sneak check for me.
Okay, so
So it'd be
can I
guile?
do plus guile and all my cover.
Guile, just guile, and I will assign your cover in my head. So just guile, plus whatever you have in guile.
Okay, because I should have plus 3 on top of that. Oh no, sorry.
Oh, you got a 1. What, Jesus? Out of 1.
I didn't get a 1.
Okay.
I typed in rolling.
Yeah, add all the stuff you get for shrubbery as well. Yeah, being in forestry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Forgot about that.
plus 4.
But thank you for not arguing that, because a lot of people are like, what the fuck?
Wait, are you
Holy
what?
shit! Okay, yeah. So you just become the shadow, and you just like stroll across this, you
Suddenly
know.
next to Will, who hasn't got a clue you're there.
Yeah, yeah. You,
Startle him, he shrieks, alerts all the guards.
yeah, yeah. So you literally appear next to Will, and he just turns around and goes, "Oh, fuck!" and he just like he keeps his voice low and goes, you were just over there. What the?
What the fuck were you trying to tell me? What does this mean? And I do the signal back at him.
He says there's 4 to 5 guards that I've seen through that window down there. I thought you knew what signs were.
I thought you were saying there were 45 people.
40. No,
You did a 4 and a 5.
it's like 45 people won't fit in there.
Well, okay. Thanks for the information. And can I sneak back to the other 2 and tell them?
Do you know what? Because you got a natural 20, I'm just gonna let you disappear again. And he goes, "What the fuck?" And the person next to him goes, "How the fuck can she do that and not know what the signs are?" They just like looking at each other with these like helmets on. They just shrug and like squat down in the shrubs again. And you could tell when you're over there, he has about 25 men on him.
Okay. So I'll tell the others that there are about 4 to 5 guards.
Coronavirus.
Do we know where the 4 to 5 guards were? Because he said he saw them.
They're around this area, he said, when he looked in.
So maybe we sneak down this way, try to take out some of those guards.
I'm not sure how successful sneaking is going to be, considering my character's not very good at sneaking.
Right.
Arden, do a guile check for me. With your shrubbery and all that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
And then it's hard to say that with your shrubbery as well. Put that in there.
I just like that with the shrubbery. Sorry, it's taking a minute to roll the dice.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
There we
that.
Oh.
All right. So you're getting a sense that if you were going to attack this place from your intelligence as a mercenary, you want to take another look at the water. You're just getting a sense of. I want to take another look at that. I just want to take another look at it. So with your 20 from before, I'm just going to let you go over there. Now, you're not seeing anything from here. Okay? So you're going to have to go a little bit further on before you see anything else.
You mean like down there?
Yes, there you go. Roll another check for me. Oh, what a shame you're dead. I'm joking.
It was the elk.
he like points to his 2 eyes and then points at you.
Sorry, it's taking a long time to roll dice.
Okay, so that's fine. So you can see there is an area here easily climbable if you jumped into the water to get into the keep.
So I will go relay that information.
Mm-hmm. This is the last use of the natural 20. You can get back over there without being seen.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have, what, 3 routes in?
I think the water route is our best option.
Do we know what that room is?
No, but it's probably, they won't be expecting someone to come in through water, and unlike the barracks, we like, I don't know. It didn't look like it was in use.
Does being wet affect our combat?
Not unless you're hit with electrical magic, no. Not really. Well, unless you're in heavy armor, then you'll probably sink. But none of you are, so.
Okay, so I guess the plan is, as before, get them to send their 20-odd men out and then ditch in the sea, and not sea, but pond, and then go up through the broken wall.
Ace. Cool. Do you guys want to draw yourselves next to Arden there, just to make sure that we got everyone on there?
Yeah. Okay.
I swear, this is what takes the most time, is like, how do 3 relatively intelligent people, how many of them does it take to draw some shapes on a...
It's tricky.
To be fair, I'm doing this on a trackpad.
Yeah, I feel your pain, but like...
And
Look there, bang, done. Let's just not, you know, just... This is ridiculous.
With... Because it keeps...
That's not an enemy, by the way, I'm not trying to panic you, that's not a... I love doing that whenever you're face to face and you start rolling and people don't know why. They're just like, what the fuck? Why is he rolling? So, cool. What would you guys like to do?
Well, is it nighttime now then?
It's getting towards, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. So it's getting, the sun's just starting to go down. Arden, you do hear like a, like to the same place.
God. Okay, so I'll look over and see.
And he's like mouthing, he's got like a closed fist and he's like, do you want us to fucking kill them now? Like sort of a thing, and he's like...
Well, we need the other guards to be drawn out so we can sneak in and get Harold One Eye.
Are you just saying that? Like he's like trying to lip read you, like...
No, she's doing it in perfect signals.
Yeah.
She just didn't know the signal for 4 to 5
No,
guards.
I'm actually doing it in semi. I have the.
Okay.
I'd turn to Lochner and Nameless and be like, should we have them execute planned diversion?
Yes, I think so. I think now would be a good time. Make a hullabaloo, draw them out.
Sure.
So I'll just nod back at Will.
He just stands up and just says, right, and they all start like making war noises. Like they all start whacking their shields and stuff and start like yelling and things. And you do see from like down here a huge commotion as a lot of Falkir come pouring out, like running into the undergrowth as the 20 or 25 men from Brindle run in the opposite direction. And a few of them are fighting, but a lot of them are just pulling back. Like getting out there. So, At your estimate, Arden, I'd say there was about 20, maybe 30. You know, if you're doing a head count as they're running into the bushes, chasing them.
Okay.
So that's the entire, well, what we think is the entire garrison of guards. So, do we start? Do we wait a while, or do you want to just go straight in?
Straight in. No time like the present.
Cool. Do you want to lead the
Yeah.
way?
Ready?
Where are you going?
Right. Let's make sure that the barracks are clear first. And then is this here? Hold on. Go on. Ping. It won't ping. There we go. That there is a door.
That's a door. It's a closed door. Yeah.
Let's go barreling in. Make sure the barracks are clear.
All right. So in here, yeah, it is clear. You do see a few weapon racks lying around, where you see like rusty short swords and like other pieces of equipment. Basically, almost as good as your own, just lying around the place. This door is closed.
Hey, I'll shout. Thumbs up or go back and clear. Then back down again. Watch the door.
Okay.
Cool.
Does Arden want to try and sneak around and look like more closely through the windows using her sneak? Considering it went so well before.
Yeah.
Yeah, just see if there are any guards around.
Prepare for the natural one.
Yeah, it's
Oh
gonna.
god. So like I'll start right there.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So
Oh,
oh my god.
Oh, I was about to have fun with that. Okay, so you don't see anyone in there. That would have been a bad time to roll natural one because nothing would have fucking happened. You would have like stubbed your toe on the windowsill or something. But there's no one in there. You do see two chests that are sitting down here, and there's an empty fireplace just over here. Looks like it's recently been used.
does it?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, Michael asked if it looks like it's.
You cut out again, but literally right before you said it looks like it's.
Does it look like it's recently been used?
The fireplace, yes.
Okay. Is it the type of window that I could climb through?
It's not no glass there. It's just a portcullis. You can just jump straight through it if you wanted to.
Okay, I might do that and take a look at those chests.
Cool. You gonna jump in?
Yeah.
Awesome. So both chests are locked, obviously. So what would you like to do? All you've seen, by the way, Nameless, is like Arden go to the window and go, ooh, and then it's like jump in and just disappear.
Must have found a brain.
How sturdy do the locks look?
They're pretty sturdy. They're pretty sturdy.
Oh, here, wait, sorry. Really quickly, I just gotta tell my mom something.
Yeah, no worries. We'll go to someone else. So Nameless, you just seen Arden disappear into a window. So obviously that's going swimmingly. You've not heard any shouts or commotion.
In which case, I will come into here as well.
Cool.
And I will stand guard by the door, just in case anyone comes through.
Awesome. So, Lochner, you go. Obviously, you've seen. You go and have a look over here to double check, and they're not there anymore. So.
That's fine. That's fine. I assume they're doing them.
Hi, yes, okay.
Open this door.
All right. Cool.
It was a sneaking barbarian goes through the door.
So you open the door, and you come to. It looks like a central area where there's a beautiful autumn-coloured tree standing about the place. But also standing about the place are 5 heavily armoured Falkia. The first of which turns and it looks at you up and down, and says, who the fuck are you? Because obviously you're a Falkir.
Nightmare. And I'll just go barreling in, screaming a Falkir battle cry.
Oh shit, okay.
Pigs, apparently.
Please have a free attack on the guy you're attacking, because he is just... You're a Falkir, and he thinks you're one of him, basically. So,
Okay. Well, I've got about 8 million windows open. Okay. D20 plus.
And stop watching porn whilst we're role-playing. I mean, isn't it? Oh, John.
Dude, I'm eating a take.
I know. I've rolled so badly.
What'd you say, sorry?
I've rolled so badly tonight. It's terrible.
I know.
God.
So, you scream your war cry, and you clang your sword into his helmet, and the sword lodges in his helmet, and he staggers backwards over here. He's not harmed, and your sword is now wrenched from your hands. And the rest of the Falkir are looking at you like supper has arrived.
I'll draw my axe.
Nice. Okay, so your hand axe, yeah?
Hand axe, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so roll initiative for me,
Cool.
and I will roll for them.
It's 20 plus.
D20 plus perception and speed.
Once it finishes lagging, because roll 20,
Oh.
just let me type anything. It'll come up in a minute. There we go. Finally.
What are you taking pictures of?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Giles, he's being such a bug right now. Oh, don't bite me, you silly good. Oh. I'm
I
so
don't
sorry.
think that's an animal.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. He never does play bites.
It's our
Really took...
manservant.
We're in the middle of combat here, darling. Roy, come on. Some gravity, please.
So, 12, 20. Cool. And what did you roll there? Oh, 21. Jesus Christ. Yes, you're going first. What would you like to do?
So, yeah. So after my complete fuck up, I've now rolled decently.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just carry barreling onto the guy here.
Mm-hmm.
God, this is laggy as fuck. This roll 20. Obviously,
Yeah.
lots of nerd role playing over a weekend. Anyway, yeah. Whilst he's a bit confused with the sword in his helmet, I'll twat him with my axe.
I'm going to give you a +4 to this. He's sitting down, trying to get it out of his skull, basically. Can I get it out of his helmet?
Good.
So you can just free swing at his face, basically. +4.
Well, so that's.
And whatever else you have.
So it's my hand axe skill plus 4.
+4 plus whatever point you have in hand axe.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you
Okay.
you
Don't be-
wallop him right in the face with the hand axe. What is its armor penetration? What is its 3 damage? What's its 3rd damage? Which is worst damage you can do?
First damage is 11.
Yep. And what's its armor penetration, if there is any?
No, offhand, I'm not sure it's got any. I didn't note it. Hold on,
AP?
hold on. AP. Yes. Let me just bring up the rules. Bear with me. Scroll.
It's steel war axe.
It's a steel hand axe.
Cool. 11A2. AP2.
2. Hold on. AP maces, hand axes. 2.
2. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So he has 4 armor. So 2 is shaved off.
Right.
So is 9 damage. He is dead. So you basically bisect his head. You just like clang right into the wall. You bisect his head.
Excellent.
And
Self, then.
the greatsword comes free with a sickening pop and like falls to the floor with a clang. So the other guys are now gonna. This guy is gonna charge into you. This guy's dead. We can get rid of him. This guy's gonna charge into you. This guy's gonna come over here. He can't attack yet. This guy's gonna come in here. Oops, shit. This guy... Another one of those where you can't move it. Okay, 1 second. This guy is going to come over here. Oh, oops. Go... The fuck? Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's where those guys are. These two guys are going to attack you once. So one's going to attack you once. Oops. 15 plus 1. Okay. So how much armor do you have? Take up. He has a normal short sword on him.
Right, I have 3 armor.
3 armor. That's not too bad actually. Because my short sword is an iron short sword as 7. So 3. You take 4 superficial damage.
Okay, so that comes off my vitality?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Ow. Right.
Next one. 10, 12. He's run across the... I'm going to be kind and say he doesn't hit you because he's run across the shrubbery here. He's jumping into you. It'll be unfair for me to give you, a hit from that. So that is a non-hit. It misses you. Just. But you are on your last legs. Nameless, you've just seen a spray of blood, an arterial spray, come through this window. And a load of commotion in the opposite room.
So I guess now's action time. So I'm going to burst the door open, hopefully knocking the guy behind
Do
it.
you want to... Well, the door's here. The window's here.
Oh, I'm going to jump through the window then. I'm going to barrel through the window at that guy.
Nice, cool. So roll a initiative for me.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to see what initiative is. Oh wait, no, it's just...
If it's high enough...
Perception.
Yes, speed and perception plus a d20. If it's high enough, I may let you just do it as a free action, we'll see.
Oh wow, this is laggy.
Maybe we should turn 3D dice off.
Oh, but it's fun.
It says it's rolling the dice.
Yeah, just turn it off. Turn 3D dice off.
Oh, there we go. But the dice
Something
hasn't
is that
appeared.
I've not seen any of his 3D dice roll anyway. It just comes up in the.
Yeah, that's probably why I should switch them off.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Really low.
13 plus 2. That's fine. So yeah, you yeah. Okay, cool. So you're gonna use one of your actions to jump through the window.
Okay.
And there's a guy standing right on the other side. So what do you want to do to him?
Well, I'm hoping my momentum will just barge him off his feet or something.
Cool. Excellent. So do a might check for me. Cool. That's a 10. So you barge him backwards. He does stagger backwards a little bit, but he doesn't knock anyone over. You are allowed to attack though. You've got 1 attack to make.
Okay, in which case I will swing my sword at the guy to my immediate, I guess it'd be my left.
Yep, here. Yeah, cool.
Yep, and my spear at the guy in front of me.
You are going in full momentum, so your sword is going to get more damage if you hit. So let's see if it does. In fact, no, we'll just make it aggravated damage. Let's make it aggravated damage when it comes through. Any damage you do now.
So...
Ooh, yeah, okay. So, how much is your third damage? What is it? Your third?
Short sword.
Yeah.
Is 10 aggravated damage.
Ouch. And yeah, so he has. What's the AP on it?
3.
Ooh, Jesus. God, he's dead. Okay, so you jump through the window and you slam your. You basically you cross your arms over. So with your left arm, you punch out with the spear to try and hit the guy in front of you. With your right arm, you punch across from you. And as luck would have it, you go straight through his visor and straight through the back of his head with the sword. And you hold on. So what happens to roll to hit with the spear now against the guy in front of you. Bear in mind, if you think this is too easy, this can happen to you as well. So just yeah, so that is a solid hit, yeah, solid hit. So what is the AP on it?
The AP on that one is also AP3.
Ooh, Jesus! And what's the damage?
12s.
So it's damage 2, 12s. So yeah, he's going to stagger backwards, and he actually falls over onto his front, clutching his stomach. He's still alive, but he's bleeding out in the shrubbery down here. Arden, what you've seen, they're like just trying to pick this lock, and you barely gotten one lockpick out of your pouch to start lockpicking, and this Achaean like war god has jumped through this window and immediately sprinted and then jumped through this window. And then you've seen a lot of bloody spray come back through the window, and lots of screams have been occurring. Are you going to continue just picking the lock? Or are you...
No, I'm going to enter through the door.
She just looks and shrugs and just like
I'm
continue.
enter through that door.
Okay, cool, awesome. So you just kick the door open.
Yeah, so like basically coming like through the doorway,
yeah.
I'm going to aim an arrow at this guy.
Cool, go for it.
Okay.
A strong miss might hit Lochner. We'll see. Oh dear.
I'm so sorry. I should.
John is just taking a beating in this game. I'm
wondering how I ended up with 2 incompetent warriors.
you have got yeah. Okay. So that will hit. I can't say it doesn't. That does hit Lochner, unfortunately. In the back. So
Do you have armor there?
what is this is going to be superficial damage, okay? So what is the superficial damage, the lowest superficial damage that you do on the arrow?
11.
11, okay. And what's the armor penetration?
2.
Okay. One thing I can do, alright, so I wanted to do this before in the rules, but I didn't get time to put it in. So, Lochner, you have taken that damage, so you are now officially knocked out. But what I want you to do is roll a vitality check for me. With all of your vitality numbers on there.
Yeah, hold on, bear with.
I'm so sorry, Lochner.
Yes, it's fine. Vitality.
Oh, okay. So you take that in the back, and you think that there is another Falkir behind you, so you now think you're about to die, and so you basically surrender to your battle rage at the moment, and you let out a furious war cry. And I'm going to offer you a bargain here, a devil's bargain. If you give me one of your vitality points for good, I will allow you five combat rounds of invincibility and automatic critical hits.
Right. Or just regular...
Or you will go down, yeah. It's up to you.
Hold on then.
Bear in mind, in Scorched Earth, you do not level up, but sometimes you do get points towards your core attributes. Sometimes. But
when I go into Battle Frenzy, if I roll a 2, then I'll just carry on as normal. Battle Frenzy it is.
Okay, cool. So, I'm going to give you a full combat round. There you go. Full combat round. What are you going to do?
Full combat round. And
start hacking, I'm guessing.
Just basically hacking the shit out of this guy here.
And by the way, yeah, recharge your vitality points. Up to full.
Right.
It'd be pretty useless if you just collapsed at the end of all this. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I shall twat him with my axe.
Cool. Go for it.
So.
Don't roll another one, please. Mmm.
That's
That's a good one. That's a good one. So what is the second damage on your...
10.
Nice. So, 10 superficial, is it?
Yeah, 10 superficial, yeah.
And are you using your greatsword, or are you using your axe?
It is the axe, because the greatsword is on the floor.
It's on the floor. Excellent. Yeah,
Yeah, no, sorry.
thank you for that. That's very fair of you. Thank you. Right, so... so you are smacking this guy with your steel axe. What is the AP on it?
2.
2, and it's double damage. So yeah, you lose it, and you go at this guy, and you just pummel into. He brings his arm up to block it with his sword, but before he can do it, you hammer straight through his forearm, and his sword arm just spins away, blood squirting everywhere, and he just screams and falls backwards into his friend here, who then leaps up to you. But you now get another attack, so go ahead and.
Here we go.
Okay, you just take his head straight off his shoulders. Like he comes forward, and you just lean back, and you careen the side of this axe straight through. Not even his neck. You're so angry, you don't even aim. It goes straight through his jawbone, and just clatters his head off, like from the side. Blood and arterial spray is everywhere, and Nameless, this is filling your nostrils right now. And this smells like all of the best bacon sandwiches have just been made just for you. It's just like this is.
Pretty hungry after
this is so. This smells so good right now. It's just amazing. It just.
Okay.
Yeah, and Arden, you can step through the door. You've inadvertently won the fight for everyone.
I'm going to walk over to Lochner, just go hold still, and pull the arrow out.
Yeah. So,
And then
Lochner, with the arrow out, you can either choose to end the battle rage now or continue for another 4 turns. It's up to you. Is he there, or is he lost to the... Whereabouts is he?
Is that?
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're there. Yeah, so you can either now the arrow's out, you can either choose to end the battle rage now, or you can continue for another 4 turns. It's up to you. Up to you.
Well, is there anybody else nearby that isn't pissing blood?
Yes,
Another enemy that isn't pissing blood.
Oh, okay.
a fair few.
Time slipped.
There
Come from.
you go. So they've come from separate doors nearby. So they've heard the clang. Bear in mind, all of this has happened within a few seconds. So they've heard the clang of battle, and they're
Basically keep trolling this way all the way down.
Cool.
Way down to here, if I can.
cool. Okay, cool. So Arden, you come out and you go, I'm really sorry, and you take the arrow out, and the pain coincides from him with these guys just appearing through the doorways. And he just goes, ah! And he just runs straight forwards. Okay, so 4 rounds. So you don't need to charge because you were already there. So go ahead and roll 3 attacks for him. If you want to kill him. If you do kill him, you can use other actions to get up to this guy. Try and kill him as well.
Again, just waiting for lag to do its thing. Go. Ugh, fuck's sake. Alright, it's just painful. Just typing in a text box.
Rolling. You just roll 20 there, not natural 20.
Yeah.
I want to roll 20 plus 2. Okay, there's 22.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
What happened to the flash? The pieces. Bear with me. Let's see.
Can everyone switch 3D dice off
I have already.
and then
yeah,
and then refresh if you can, because that'll then make it all.
Refresh it.
Mine's just really, really laggy.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Is that it's trying to get you to
So anyway, yeah, 17.
17. And that's double damage, yeah. That guy is dead. you have another
Okay.
that will cost you another to go over to here. Another action. So you're still on your first of 4 turns. So we'd like to hit that guy as well.
Would.
The thing is though, if you click in the text box and press up, it will roll what you did last time.
Yeah. It's but I could do that, and I still have to wait 3 or 4 seconds for it to actually
Yeah,
appear.
it's.
Oh, and I've just pressed return and just gonna wait now.
You just roll 20. We'll try and get another dice rolling solution for next time.
It's just a load of nerds playing all at the same time. I think 'cause it still says rolling the dice.
Mhm.
It'll probably come through to
If
you
you
guys.
think about it, like with quarantine, what else are people doing? right now?
Exactly. Yeah. With both hands. No.
Literally just says rolling the dice now, and it's just.
He's one of them pretentious 40k players where he's rolling it in both hands, like ooh, and then blowing on his fucking hand. Just roll the dice, you cunt. Just roll the dice. No one cares.
You can hear my keyboard. I'm not typing anymore. I'm literally waiting for it to roll the dice. I typed it in.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Will it let me type again? No, it won't let me type again.
There you go.
Oh,
There's your roll.
there
There you go. There you go.
you go. Hey.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, he is also dead. All right. You have another 2 battle rounds, John. Where would you like to go?
This is.
Yep. The murder train continues, and we're on that.
I'm not sure how far that is.
I'm probably gonna say let's measure it. Let's measure it. Now that's 1 action, and 2 actions to get to him.
Okay.
So, and final action of that turn will be to kill him, I suppose.
Okay. For fuck's sake, I don't want to measure.
Oh.
Fucking this website really. Oh, thank you.
Well, we will get used to it in time.
I'll twat him again. Or I'll twat him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you missed this time. Oh no, I said automatic critical hits, didn't I? So unless you got a 1,
Is it?
yeah, unless you got a 1, doesn't matter. He is also dead. So basically, you've run down through the. I did say if you rolled anything, yeah, the automatic critical hit. So you're running down here, and you're running sideways. You basically careen down the hallway, biting and hammering and just throwing yourself into it until you get to this guy here. Yeah. You don't actually hit him, you miss him, but your sheer momentum slams him into the wall. He cracks his head on the wall and just slumps down to the ground.
Cool.
So, 1 more action to do.
Carry barreling on, I think.
Yeah, that's a free action now, yeah, it's 5 feet. So you got 3 attacks on that guy.
Yeah.
So just roll the 1, and then we'll see how we go from there.
I can genuinely just imagine him windmilling.
It's a fact that he's followed the path around.
Yeah.
Just-
Rolling the dice. ...
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves. No idea why this is so fucking.
Yeah, it's not.
How do you actually do the measuring?
You see the circle with the ruler on it?
Oh, is that a ruler?
Click that and then drag it. Yeah.
The iconography's pretty shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you always go from like right where you click though, which is a little annoying.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it's a little off.
So you do exactly the same thing with this man as well, in that you barrel into him, and you just knock him straight into this pillar here. You shatters the pillar. He is knocked out. He's going to stay there, but he's not dead. And you get to see, not that you can see because you're in a battle rage, but there is another room here that is all knocked through.
Right.
You can actually see.
Jesus.
All right. So you have one more.
After this fight though, I might need to go.
Oh, this is the last fight.
Yeah.
So you have one more action to do.
Just carry barreling on forward.
Yeah, cool. Roll it.
I just love that you walked in, got absolutely wrecked. I came in, murdered 2 people immediately. Arden then comes in, shoots you in the back, and sets you off on this windmilling range around the courtyard.
Yeah.
It's getting there. It is rolling.
Again, it's a fact that, because of where they were spaced, he's literally just done a U-turn around the serene courtyard.
Yeah.
Is that the next one?
First thing I see in front of me.
Was it a 9?
one. No, it's still rolling the dice.
Okay.
It's almost like that arrow was like one of those keys on a wind-up toy.
Yeah.
See, now, this is saved. You've been rolling so shit, but the fact that I said that has saved you from. So another guy's knocked out, but the last guy you are not going to be able to kill.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
yeah, he is out of your reach. You're just exhausted, and you're like on your knees at the moment, just like covered in blood, just like literally drenched. And Nameless, you're just like looking over, looking over at this scene of an abattoir, just filled the whole place.
Nothing. Lunch.
Lunch, yeah. So, I'm gonna let you. This guy is gonna charge forward at you, and is gonna try and, because obviously he's terrified at this moment in time. So he's gonna get 2 attacks because you only went forward a little bit. 2d20. There we do. 15, 12. That is 2 hits, and that will do with a short sword. Get our damage going here. So with a short sword, iron short sword, 2 superficial, that is 12 minus your armor. So 12 damage minus your armor. What's your armor?
Is that me?
Yep.
So sorry. I thought you were still talking to Nameless. My armor. Oh dear. Not very good. 3.
3. So that's 9 damage altogether.
Unconscious.
Finally, yeah, the legend, the legend of the U-shaped bloodstain has come to an end. With but I think he's done. He's earned his pay. He's earned his pay.
He's done all right.
Yeah, yeah. He came begrudgingly, nods his head. Yeah. As they say in the movie 300, what was it? Brave amateurs. They do their part. So. Lockney, Arden, and Nameless, I want you to roll a initiative for me.
That one was with speed and perception, is that
Yep.
right?
Because these guys are using up their turns to jump in. Whoops.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, okay, good. Just making sure.
Okay. So I want you to. Oh, hang on. Let me just. Oh God.
Oh, there's all sorts of things happening here.
Oh God. Okay. Let's just.
That's spooked.
Let's just do this. Done. Okay. Cool. So. There's a very large Valkyr guy has entered into the room. Very, very large. And we're going with Nameless first. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Just give me 1 second. Let me just.
So,
Boom. Yeah, go for it.
I think. Can I maybe run towards the nearest? In fact, no. Run towards that guy there.
Yep.
Throw my short sword
Mm-hmm.
at this guy here, and try and impale this guy with the sword.
Holy shit! This is good. People are getting a bit too big for their boots. Let's see. You can certainly try that.
Let's give it a go.
Whether I'll let it happen is another thing in time. Well, let's see how you do. So you're going to charge over there. That's not one action yet. Don't think. No, you weren't there. You were there, weren't you? Go on. You can have it. It's fine.
So throw my short sword
At this man there, yeah. So that'll be a ranged attack.
How do I do that?
So you need to roll and add your perception to the.
Okay.
Because you don't have any bows or anything.
No.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Fair enough. So what is the armor penetration on it?
3.
3, nice. And it is your worst damage. What is it?
10 aggravated.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna be slumped against the wall with a. He's not quite dead. Like he hasn't gone into his chest. It's gone into his arm now. And it's broken his arm. So he's slumped against the wall, just screaming in pain. As you can. So what about this guy here? What are we doing to this guy?
So we're going and smack him with my spear.
Cool.
Trying to impale his skull.
Excellent. Go for it.
D20 plus 8. There we go.
Yeah, that is a hit. Yeah, go for it. So, what's your middle damage on that one?
So the middle damage is 10s, and it's AP3.
Ooh, yeah. So he's going to take all 10 there. He is going to slump to the ground. He's been hit in the chest with a spear, so he is not happy. Yep. And what was it going to this guy? Was it? Oh, that was it, wasn't it?
Oh, that was it. I run out.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So Arden, you are free to act. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fire a shot at that guy.
Cool. This guy, he's out of the combat at the moment. He's not in combat.
Oh, he is.
You can kill him if you don't want to. You know, he's not going to get back up though.
I'll fire at this guy then.
Cool.
And it looks like Lochner's out of the way enough.
Mm-hmm. Only with a natural 1 will you hit him, so you should be fine.
Okay, cool.
You tried your fucking best. I mean,
Do I still get 2 other moves? Or...
yeah, you still get 2 other moves. It doesn't end your turn. You haven't moved.
Okay, then I am gonna try again.
Okay, let's avoid a 1. Okay, another one.
I'm gonna move a little closer.
Okay.
And try one more time.
Okay. There you go. There you go. This one does slam into. And I know what damage that thing does. That he is not. He is pinned against the wall. Like he is just pinned against the wall by an arrow in his head. He just slams back there. So he is dead. Right. I'm going to take their turn, but 1 second. It's going to go answer the door. 1 sec.
So, how do we wake someone up from unconsciousness?
Slap him.
Slap him. Just fire
No.
arrow into his back. Set him off again.
Exactly.
Oh,
Sorry
dear.
about that.
That's all right. I cleared out most of a room for you, so that's all right.
That's plain worth.
It's only a bit of fun.
That was kind of like Berserkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that, especially because you're Viking-ish or Valkyr, which is from that
Yeah.
area.
Exactly. Yeah. Bit of a berserk rage.
So, do we actually know who the white square is? Is that Harold or Winter?
There we go. Sorry about
One of the 2.
that. So this guy, I'm going to delete him because he's I'll leave him there because he's there, but he's dead.
You could always change the outline color to like blue or something when they're dead or like passed out.
Why not? There you go.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's a hulking brute. He's huge. He's a huge man with a shaggy grey beard. He's got a receding hairline, but he's still kept it, and he's like sweeping it back across his head. And he's wearing rather large iron armor, so he's very, 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 very big. He comes barreling into the trees here. He's barreling down on the Achaean. He's there, and obviously this guy, I'm going to put him over here. Both of them are going to attack the man who was just pirouetted and like slain one person and nearly killed another.
Did I have one more action left?
Did you? Yes, you did. You did. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, obviously.
With that last action, I'm just going to take the shield off my back and wield it.
Nice. Yep. Good idea. So, very good idea. So, he's only going to get 1 attack, but I'll do that last. So, normal guy is going to get 3 attacks because that's what he did. That's what he gets. The normal one. Rolling the dice. Fuck off, nerds. Why you're all playing at the same time? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so, 1 miss, right? And that miss is going to cancel out the other miss, because he goes in to hit you with his short sword, and it's just as you're pulling your shield around from your back, and you clang the rim of your shield by accident, really, more than anything, into the edge of his sword, and it snaps in half. And so he doesn't get to do the rest of his turn, unfortunately, because he missed with the 6 as well. So he is pissed. Would be the thing to say, and our main friend over there. And you do notice he has one eye, so that's another thing.
That's the
I'm
guy,
just going to be AFK for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Away from keyboard. Shit. Away from keyboard. So this is the luckiest fucking Achaean ever. So he has this massive great axe in his hand, barded on both sides by what looks like the finest steel. He brings it down, and you hold your shield up. It clangs into your shield, and just at the right moment, you rip your arm away to try and get away from any other blow he's going to do, and you rip the axe from his hands.
Okay.
And you can either keep it in the shield, and your shield's now pretty much useless. It's so heavy. And you can keep it to you, or you can just get rid of the shield. It's up to you.
I'll just toss the shield to one side.
You're tossing the shield, no problem. Alright, Arden, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fire an arrow at the one-eyed guy.
Cool.
Harold.
Go for it. But GM's rolling like shit. I don't know why this is all.
Pretty hit or miss today.
Yeah.
Like, see, do I get to go again though?
You get three. You get 3 actions.
Okay. Well.
You are standing stationary. I will give you a hit for that one, yes, but it will be your lowest action. Your lowest R.
So that's 11 superficial.
11 superficial. Okay, cool. And -5, -6 because of his armor. 1.
And it's 2 AP.
Cool. So -4 because of his armor. Okay, yeah. So the 2 arrows cause him to stagger backwards. He's nearly done. He's like leaning against the tree stump, not happy in the slightest. His grand entrance has been ruined by having his axe ripped away from him in the moment of his glory. So it is now going to be the Nameless's turn. If you'd like to go.
Yeah. So.
I have a funny feeling these Falkyr, they're not long for this world at this moment in time.
Let's hope not. So.
You have your sword, not your. No, you have your spear, not your sword.
I've got my spear.
Yeah.
So I will aim at the main guy, who I'm assuming
Mhm.
first. With the first. There we go.
Cool, nice. So that is a hit. How much damage do you do? This is -4.
So which
That'll be the middle.
middle one? So it's 10 superficial.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, so
AP3.
yeah, so you stab straight in there into his midsection, and it pins him to the tree. Do you want to leave the spear in there, or do you want to remove it?
No, I want to remove it.
You want to remove it, yeah. So you remove it in like a quick shink, and he just falls to his knees, holding his stomach, and he's bleeding out quite profusely. You have 2 more attacks.
I will then swipe at the next guy.
Yep, cool. Nice. So you hit him as well. Superficial. So it is the middle superficial.
So it's 10.
10. Okay, cool. So he kneels backwards as well. He's nearly down. Very nearly down. Oh Jesus.
And then I guess I go for the last guy.
Yep. Yeah, this guy's on his last leg. So any hit of any. Yep. So he is dead. He is straight dead. So I'm going to say you sweep across in one action, and you slice the first one round the front. But as the other one's bending down, you take one of his eyes out and spin him around onto the floor. He's just like unconscious on the floor.
Cool.
At this stage, this guy just falls backwards and is against the wall and like slips down and just holds his hands up. No. And he just.
So do I have one more action left?
You have one more action. Well, you're out of combat, so you can do what you want.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just go and pick up all my weapons. So
It's calmly.
make a sweeping motion like that and
Yeah.
pick up everything.
Yeah. So, Arden, are you gonna check on Lochnia? Because I don't think Nameless is gonna bother. To be honest.
All about getting my weapons.
I'm gonna go see how Lochner's doing.
Yeah.
Like do like a gentle slap on the face.
How are you doing, Lochnia? You're back in the land of the living. one vitality point.
Okay. Wow, that was fun.
Glad you're back with us. And I'll go collect my arrows.
Cool.
Did you get the one from his back?
Oh yeah, I ripped that out a while ago.
That's right, you set him off.
Luckily, as soon as you hear Nameless say that, you feel like you could go into another battle rage.
I was just about to say out of character that he doesn't know that he was shot in the back by you.
Yeah, he thinks like that hit in just the right spot. I want to fucking kill someone else. No. Yeah.
Also,
I'm gonna walk over to Harold and just kind of like pull the head back, be like, so anyone want to do the honor? Because don't we have to bring his head back?
He's like, wait.
I'm not sure I should, bearing in mind I have a habit of cleaving heads in two.
yeah, you want to cut it across, not down. That's the important bit.
Wait, no, cut. You know, I can give you landing positions, all sorts. Just listen. Let me put some irons on me. Let me live. I'll give you information.
Information.
What do you guys think?
It's up to you, Alana.
We could rough him up and get the information on Winter, but I mean, I'm really not bothered about jailing him.
Oh, yeah, Winter's head would do, and she might not be so much of a pussy.
He just looks at you and says, "That I will never give you." And then he just shakes his head. He says, "She'll be in the north by now."
Well, maybe I could eat part of him and get another vision.
He's like, "Oh, maybe I could tell you something."
Well, you see, the thing is, though, if she's way to the north, we only get paid if we return a head.
Yeah.
And I don't fancy traipsing.
Well, we get paid if we return Harold's head too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for weeks trying to track down some witchy woman for her head, when this coward here would do just as well.
Oh, wait. Yeah, he just squints and says, "Can I not pay you money? And I have gold. I have gold as for buried.
How much?
Buried.
Thousands.
Yeah, but how many thousands?
Oh, I don't know. I stopped counting a while ago.
So tell us where it is. We're not making any promises.
I'm not going to tell you where it is. You'll just kill me.
Don't.
You'll just kill me. If I tell you where it is, you'll kill me. Then you'll go and take the gold. The gold's for my children. I have 5 of them.
Well, if it's worth more than what we're being paid, I mean, if you can outpay the townspeople.
Yeah, it says I can. How much did they offer you? My head.
10,000.
I can offer you at least a few thousand more.
I mean, I would say that, bearing in mind he's taken up occupancy in Ardennes' home forest, I think maybe punishment might be better.
Don't listen to him. You can't trust foreigners. Don't listen to him.
And then I kind of turn back and quietly just go, just work with me here. Like, just trying to get the money.
I don't understand that signal, sorry.
The Nameless does not understand the concept of mercy.
I think it's selective understanding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very much so.
He's like, don't you can't trust foreigners. Look at him. Can't trust barbarians. Just I'll take you to the gold. It's just outside of here. It's just outside of the keep. Right? Where all my men ran off. They're down there. But it's before them. We won't even need to get into the fight. I can take you to it.
I mean, he could be baiting us at the
Yeah.
same time as we just baited.
Exactly.
No. Always recognize when you could be in for more money than you would have made otherwise. You know, you fought hard for this. Why would you?
I say we just take his head.
No.
You're a pair, man. Please.
If you were in my position, you'd be doing exactly the same.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm done listening. I'm gonna just lop his head off.
Well, actually, before you do, all right. Where is she?
Who?
Who? Witchy woman.
Oh.
We need names, we need places, we need locations, we need dates.
If I tell you, will you let me live?
Don't think about my companions.
Will you at least keep him away from me if I tell you?
No
Unless-
promises.
He says, I guess I have no reason to. I don't know. I know she's raiding north of here. She is the city taker. I'm just here as the leader of the scouts. We've been here for 6 months. We've been raiding caravans, things like that, sending her information. She's not in charge. I don't know who is. I'm just part of her band. She takes the jobs.
I mean, if he doesn't know where she is,
She's up north somewhere. No.
How's he sending information?
No.
That's
She's-
a very good point.
He's like, all right. I know where she is. She's up north. She's on a ship called the Siren. All right. Sometimes she uses the shallow rivers to sail to the pond here. I give her information, and then she leaves. That's all I know. I know she's in the north, though.
When is she due back? She
Not
sometimes sails here.
not for a week or two. She just left.
I mean, that sounds like enough information for me. If we know she's coming back in a couple of weeks, we don't need him.
Wait. I can tell you other things.
I'm already bored. My character's already bored with this and is heading back to see if she can pick the locks on the chest. Just like,
He's like, I have the keys to those. He sees you walking away.
Jesus, woman. You're mercenary. I like it.
What do we reckon? Are we just getting rid of him?
Is there any reason why not?
So I've told you all I know. She's on the Siren. She's sweeping around the northern seas. She'll be around there somewhere.
I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna
Look
shout.
around this
Get the
courtyard.
keys. Throw the keys to Arden so she can loot the
I'm gonna
chests.
shout through the window. Just do it already.
Right. So we'll lop his head off.
Okay. So who's going to do the honors?
You can if you like.
Sure, why not?
He-
Don't eat it.
He just goes, no, wait. I can't do it. As the axe just comes down, like, just, yeah, just, he's already rolling. Why am I? So, like, yeah, you actually chop down the tree. So, like, you smash through his head. But you do it, like, at an odd angle. So, like, you sort of carve off, you, like, smash his head apart rather than chop it. And then the tree just falls down backwards. And you, like, you know, right behind him.
Do you think
Well,
they'll
it's still
accept money for the
recognisable.
body? Is the body enough?
Is the head still recognizable?
You could put the halves back together, I guess.
Okay.
Just staple them.
I'll come back, grab the keys, then.
Okay, so in there you find basically ill-gotten gains. There are a few gemstones, a few things like that, but there are several sacks each. There are 4 sacks each with around 250 gold in each. So 4
Oh,
sacks.
sweet. So
Sacks.
we each get 250, and then
Yep.
250 divided by 3. Because I can't use a calculator.
250 in each sack.
Okay. So it's 25 divided by 3. That's about 8.
Mhm.
So we'd get about 250 plus 80 each.
Sweet.
So about 330 each.
Sweet. So we're now looking at you guys heading out. So are you guys going to stick around?
So add 330
Do you want to search anywhere? Like maybe in here, which looks like there could be something.
Yeah, have a poke about.
Cool. So,
And have we collected the two halves of his face?
yes, I'm assuming.
Stapled them already.
So, as you come in, you can see there's some kind of sepulchre in here, and at the top you do see there is an axe buried in the stone up here.
Maybe you should have used that axe.
Maybe you should.
So is it is it an actual weapon or is it just some kind of?
It's an actual weapon. It seems pretty well made actually. It seemed like pretty decent axe.
Well, I guess I will shout across to in case he might want the axe, given that he's a massive hulking barbarian. And maybe to pay him back for Arden shooting him in the back.
That he still doesn't know about. Yeah.
Move my character, but yeah, okay, I'll head up. But it's not letting me move.
Okay. And just, yeah.
Cute.
Are you going to try and get it out?
It's getting out, do I think?
Might check. Would be.
Is it a hand axe?
No, it's a massive great
What
axe.
check, sorry?
It's a might check, and it's a great axe.
It's not my bag, but yeah, I'll try and pull it out. Fucking hell, this is just so painful.
Okay.
20 plus 5, it's getting there. There we go.
There we go. And that's not enough to pull out the axe. But now you're looking at it, you can see it's almost like an ornamental thing. It's like it's been molded into the stone. This isn't magically here. This is just a farce.
Right. Okay, this is pinned in or something somehow.
So is it not removable at all?
It's removable, but whether it'll be worth that much is another matter.
Do I
see what's in?
recognize it as any kind of shrine or anything like that?
Nope. This is all impossibly ancient. It's a very, 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 very old place.
I mean, it sounds odd to have an axe buried in a rock for no reason other than ornamentation. So, is there anything special about it that we could maybe perceive?
You can see that there is runic script on it, but it's not runic script that you actually recognise from anything that you've read before. Not that any of you can read, but you know runic script, and you've seen letters before. Every single pay slip you've gotten from your old mercenary company had runic script on it. Nothing like this though. This looks impossibly old, which is why the weapon probably isn't worth too much because it's really old. But you never know.
Shrug and move on.
Yeah. Can we see what's in here?
That is just a wall. Sorry, I forgot to. There you go. Oh yeah, forgot to.
Can we see what's in here?
Debris.
Okay.
So does that mean everything of value from in here?
Yeah, I might go make some dinner soon because I'm
Cool.
getting really hungry.
So yeah, we can wrap this up now. So are you guys going to head out to head back?
Bring back
we'll
the
give
head.
The two halves of the head too.
Yeah. All right. So, as our final thing this week, you guys head back towards Brindle, and as you do, you can see in the far, far, far distance the smoke is only getting worse. Like in the air, it's only getting worse, and yeah, as you come back into town, you can see that there are several people running around and screaming that Venmar has been burned. That the city of Venmar has been sacked and burned. As you head back into town, we will do your reward and stuff next week. I'm gonna just make a note of how much you actually got there. 10,000, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Just divvying that up.
You'll get it next week.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously, I'm aware that this week I wanted to keep it nice and, smooth introduction. But don't expect every week to go that well.
Yeah, I rolled really high
Yeah.
I did nearly die. I mean,
Yeah, well, yeah, you did nearly die. But there will be weeks where we may get a TPK, you know, like, so be careful. I've got to say that because, like, it would be very easy to look at that session and go, oh, this is fine, and then be like, oh, well, okay, we're dead. So approach it just like you did this week. It was really, really, really good. I really enjoyed that. That was awesome. So,
That was fun.
Cool. It's good.
yeah, cheers for turning up, guys. That was all right.
Literally years since I talked to you, Michael, and a year since I can't believe it's been a year since I talked to you, John. So this was great catching up.
It
yeah,
was
totally,
good
man.
fun.
Totally.
So when's this happening again?
Probably next week if we get all together. But generally, it's an informal thing. So yeah, so whenever. I'm cool for the same time next week. Anything else comes up, I'll let you guys know. But yeah,
We could do it a little bit later, just because Lou goes to bed at around 6.
we sure could,
or
man.
if
Yeah,
it's late. If we say start at 7, then I'm not.
cool. That's fine.
Trying to get him in bed.
That's
I mean,
fine.
I could do even later.
I could do like 8. Yeah, I could do 8. It's fine.
I honestly don't.
Yeah,
mind.
the problem is I need to go to bed early because he's up early. So.
So we'll do. Well, how about 7 o'clock next Saturday for now? And anything changes, just let each other know
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah, sounds
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Cheers for that. I'll speak to you later.
Bye.
good. Yeah, take it
Nice
easy.
one.
Bye. Bye.
Hey, mate.
And that was the first session. So thank you very, very, very much for watching. Near 4 hours. Wow. Okay. Again, it was a very rough session. People are just starting out. But thank you for sticking with it if you haven't up until now. And cheers. We'll speak to you next week. See how they do next week.